Welcome in, have a seat. Kick back and relax, cause it's that time of the week. How's your day? Was it great? Well, it'll get better with Otalku Cafe. Nostalgia, let the memories bloom. All these stories in my head are gonna make me go boom. Kick back and relax, turn the volume to the max, bob your head until you're dead. Yeah. Yeah. Kick back and relax, turn the volume to the max, bob your head until you're dead. Yeah.
Konbanwa, friends, and welcome to another edition of the Otaku Cafe, our weekly anime podcast, hosted right now on W10 Network and Dershi Radio. For the people that are joining us, I'm pretty sure those viewers are mostly from the Dershi Radio Facebook. Guys, this is Nerd Talk. If you want wrestling talk, come back around 10:15, 10:30 for AEW Dynamite,
where they will go over the aftermath of
Yes.
Blood and Guts.
Yeah, blood and guts, people. Also, I am Matt, your CEO and your head chef, and to join me, my other CEO and my bartender, with the MJF shirt, pet in the pussy.
Yes.
Ethan, how you doing?
Same shit, different day. You know, could be worse, could be better, but we're here.
Right. Yeah, we are here. We got another week of fun anime goodness. A lot of episodes happened.
Per usual.
Yeah, per usual. But cannot wait to talk about them as we go along. A lot of deaths, a lot of happiness, a lot of sadness. PTSD is the thing.
Galore, yeah, all of it.
PTSD galore.
All of it. The gambit of anime and personal feelings, eh?
Well, speaking of gambit, we also saw Deadpool.
Yes, we did. We should talk about that because it was
we could.
phenomenal.
Yeah, the news is pretty light, so
yeah, the news is pretty light. Let's bullshit about fucking Deadpool for 5 minutes. Why not?
This was fun.
It was fucking great, dude. I loved it. Bro, as soon as I saw Blade, I lost my shit.
Yeah. Also, guys, real quick, spoiler warning just in case.
Oh, yeah, too late. Oops.
Yeah. If you do not care for spoilers or seen it, we can talk about it. If you are waiting, I would leave and come back in like 10 minutes.
I wouldn't say that. I'm going to talk 10 minutes about it. Shit.
But I was saying, we do got to get the ball rolling. But again, also, we got some delays from anime productions thanks to the Olympics.
Oh, shit. Oops. I was updating our fucking things over here, the description, so we can put, like, including spoiler alert, the boys talking about Deadpool versus Wolverine.
Man, I love that opening sequence. It matched Peacemaker from that show.
I need to see it still, dude.
Peacemaker's great.
Yeah, that's all I hear is how Cena killed it.
Yeah. Oh, no. If you like them in the Suicide Squad movie, it's basically like that.
Yeah.
Also, the cameos were a lot of fun.
Bro, like I said, when I saw Blade, I lost my shit. I had something spoiled for me. I didn't realize, like, I read an article on Yahoo about Channing Tatum, and I thought he was talking about, like, just in general, the series. No, I didn't realize that until, like, I read that article that, yeah, he's fucking Gambit. I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah, that was going to be the original thing before that film got shelved.
Yeah, I just love all the fucking shit talk. They just fucking blasted the shit out of Fox, blasted the shit out of the old fucking MCU, just killed it. I was just like, oh my god, just
I love the jabs at the multiverse. Guys, like it's not working. Just stop.
Let's eat the L and let's move on with this one.
It's gotten the shit ever since we introduced it.
I was just reading another article too. Did you happen to see the article about what's his face? fuck, I forget his name, but Jonathan Majors talking about how he was actually really sad that heartbroken that he's not playing Kang anymore, and that they
Yeah, I
basically
saw that.
killed Kang off the series. And I feel for him from that respect. It's like,
But at the same time, he did that himself.
I mean, it's wild because it's like, oh, like they had felonies too, and I was like, having heroin and coke is different from slapping a woman in 2024.
Yeah, and getting that on film.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I think they should have recasted him, but I will give a chance to see how they're going to do with Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom.
Yeah.
But I'm still looking forward to it.
You know what Majors needs? Majors needs to have like a couple random like critically acclaimed movies, just out of this world, like Oscar winning movies, and then he'll end up like, I think they'll end up bringing.
Well, as a vein, who's going to hire him?
Marvel may. It's built in there.
But
I mean,
yeah, but saying like he's probably gonna be blacklisted for a while, or at their courts or rehab, get your shit together.
well, I mean, at the end of the day, I think what it's going to boil down to is I feel like with the Black community and particularly African American community, they always stick together. So he'll get roles. They just won't be big roles, or they won't receive the critical acclaim because of that. You're not going to see him on like an Oscar stage or something, maybe like a low level Oscar, but not anything like that super duper. Oh my God. You know what I mean? So, what's his name? You said,
Yeah, it's gonna be a while.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah,
No,
Logan. But yeah, Hugh Jackman is great as Wolverine as always. That surprise to nobody.
bro, Midget Wolverine was hilarious.
I was like, oh, good, they actually went with comic book accurate size. I fucking bopped.
Yeah, they went fucking. That was hilarious, and I was thinking that we would see the scene where like we see like Wolverine stumble upon them getting attacked, and instead of going in there, he's just like fuck it, and he just turns around. All we do is we get the screams and the hears toward the end of the movie, but
Right.
But,
it'd
be dope if they, it'd be dope if they had like a, well, they're not gonna do it anymore. This is basically, I think this is in essence the last multiverse like movie-esque, right? You would say.
I think they're gonna still do something similar related to it with Secret Wars in a couple of years.
You think? I was like, depends if they continue Loki again, but no, I was just thinking it was just like, oh, like what if they had what's it called? They had a multiverse with Cassandra Nova in it. Like that'd be pretty wicked.
Yeah. I don't know. I am curious how they are going to handle it.
Yeah, I was happy to see. Yeah, I was happy to see Cassandra Nova because at first I was like, you had what's his face? Precarious. What was his name?
Which one?
Paradox. Yeah, Paradox. And I was in my head, I was like, it's kind of a weak like villain. But then they brought in Cassandra, and I was like, okay, I see.
Yeah, like all right, I can go with this.
Yes,
but
no, the comedy was fantastic. I
love that dog.
It's an ugly fucking dog. It is so ugly.
I know, but it's a sweet dog.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, poor thing.
Yeah. I also loved what's it called? Oh damn, I was just gonna say it and I forgot. Son of a bitch. Oh my god. Why did I was just gonna say that I loved and it just completely like slipped my seeing Chris Evans as fucking
yeah
Johnny Fantastic.
Yep. No, I paused especially for the after credit.
Oh yeah.
I was like, see, like you're gonna defend. Like I'm gonna defend myself here. This is what he actually said.
You just hear Captain America with the most obscene shit ever.
Yeah.
It almost had like it was hilarious, but it had like it was a positive shock value, like compared to like when you had like the English VA for Goku, like when he was just saying all that racial shit. Yeah. And the shock value was like, whoa, what the
fuck? Captain America, drink your milk, don't swear, God bless America, just fuck you, like fuck this bitch. I guess.
Bro, he went full Hulk Hogan fucking heel turn.
Yeah, he went Hulk Hogan sex tape.
He did go Hulk Hogan sex tape.
I was like, oh my god.
It was fucking brilliant though.
But the fights are also a lot of fun. Like the chemistry is a lot of the people.
Gore is always welcome. Love the gore.
Oh no, the gore is welcome. I like that, like the little car fight.
I wish every fucking Marvel movie had that amount of gore that like Deadpool had.
Oh, then like it wouldn't feel like
It wouldn't feel
it'd
unique.
be
Yeah,
tiring. Like it's good. It's good for Deadpool. It's good for certain characters.
yeah. You can't see like Spider-Man or something
Yeah,
having that.
not Spider Man. Not really Captain America.
The Ant-Man body was pretty cool. I was like, wow, they had managed to get an Ant-Man corpse and
Yeah.
fucking use it as a base. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. Trying to figure out who else. It was nice seeing Elektra.
Yes.
I was like, all
Where
right.
is she from? Because I'm not a huge comic book nerd.
Daredevil.
Daredevil. Okay, that was
Yeah,
when I saw
she
ages.
was
I
in
don't even
the she
remember.
was in the Ben Affleck
I
Daredevil.
don't even remember. It's been so long since I've seen
Yeah.
that movie.
So I was like, okay, are we gonna get that Daredevil? Like, no. It's like, damn it.
No.
The Ben Affleck does not want to touch that suit ever again.
He doesn't want to touch anything ever again except a cigarette.
No, and fucking yeah, he. I wish he was still Batman, but he won't touch that either because Josh Whedon killed his love for Batman.
Bro, everything he just has no like. The only thing he loves, I think, is his kids and smoking.
I think I call him the live action BoJack Horseman for those that seen that show on Netflix. And that I get those vibes from it.
BoJack Horse, wow.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god. But I love it. I guess an 8.5.
Oh, I give it a 9.
But I would definitely watch this again. I'm definitely
It's
gonna.
basically a 5-star rating according to Meltzer.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna buy the Blu-ray when it comes out.
Yeah.
And I'll add that to my collection before Blu-rays become obsolete in a couple of years.
Basically, buy everything on Prime. Buy everything on Prime.
No, like no, because I don't own it.
Busy. Sorry, busy.
All right. But now, anyway, we got that out of the way. Let's get to some news. Not a whole lot. Finally, Junji Ito's Uzumaki has a release date in October. About fucking time. After years and years of just delaying it. So I was very happy with that. Let me double check on that date. Yeah, September 28th, 4 episodes. So it'll end around Halloween. A Couple of Cuckoos has a season 2.
Yes.
Finally, I thought it was not going to happen.
Well, it was inevitable, it felt.
Yeah, I got it up because I didn't hear like any like buzz, like oh people loved it or. But
I mean, it was solid.
Yeah, just a lot of gaslighting.
You know what's interesting? I was going through side note that's related but not related to anime. I was bored on Monday while I was watching the G1, and so I decided to make it a Mal. I made a Mal account. I downloaded everything from my analyst account, and one of the things that I was doing while I was watching the G1 is I was regrading a lot of my shit. And you guys were talking shit like, "Oh, you got a lot of 6s and 7s when you give out fucking 5s all the time." And
yes.
I was like, with a 5-star variable, you're kind of compacted, right? When you have a 10-star system or a 10-point ranking system, it's a lot easier to define what's a 6, a 7, or an 8, or beyond that. So I think I rated this like a 3. I definitely rated it a 3 on Analyst, but when I really go back out of that 3 level, I feel it's like what, like a 6? I think I rated it like a 6.
Yeah, it's like I put it like either 6 or 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's around one of those. But moving on, Hanako-kun Season 2 is official for winter 2025. And just like last year for October, we're getting a 4 short special, like 4 episodes. So that'll be another thing for the October lineup. Sakamoto Days is going to be a Netflix exclusive on Netflix. Yep. Winter 2025. Chris and Starman are going to be happy for this, but Undead Unluck announced an official sequel in winter 2025 with a 1.5 hour special. So I cannot wait for that. Congrats. Rooster Fighter is getting an anime.
Rooster Fighter?
Rooster Fighter.
I guess because they can't say cockfighter.
Yeah, no, it's a little rooster. The neighborhood cock of the walk is more than just an ordinary rooster. He's humanity's greatest defender. His opponents may be 10 stories tall, but nothing is bigger than his stout heart and fearsome battle cry, cock-a-doodle-doo. And it's going to be Adult Swim, so that means it'll air on Max the next day.
Sounds like it's a maybe.
I'm probably gonna watch this.
Yeah, it sounds like yeah.
I was like, all right, I need to know.
Yeah.
Let's see. Cute High Earth Defense Club Love is getting a movie in winter 2025. I think it's I don't know, it's an Idol or one of those magical boy anime. Not sure. It does not say. It's original, so no idea. I'm probably not gonna watch that. Smartphone game Project Sekai receives a anime movie in 2025 for January, or Colorful Stage the movie A Miku Who Can't Sing. So yeah, this is gonna focus on Hatsune Miku. It was like this version of the Vocaloid cannot sing. So we'll probably watch that whenever that comes into the US or streaming. Light novel loved by her sister's former fiance is getting a TV anime in 2025. And another light novel, The White Mage Who Was Banished from the Heroes Party, is picked up by S-Rank Adventurer. The White Mage is too out of the ordinary. It's getting an anime project. That's a mouthful and a half. Studio Nuts produces Negative Positive Angler original TV anime for winter 2024. Actually, I have not heard of this one. What is it? The story follows Tsunehiro Sasaki, a depressed college student burdened with debt and being told that he only has 2 years left to live. After falling into the sea while on the run from debt collectors, Tsunehiro is rescued by friends Hana and Takaki and soon becomes hooked on fishing himself. So it's a fishing anime, he owes a lot of money, and he's going to die in a couple of years.
Is it going to be like a mermaid where the mermaid saves him?
No.
He's just going to die on a boat.
If he's going to start fishing, maybe fish to collect some cash, if he could get like a big bass or something or like that. I already got a couple of dramas, so that's a maybe for fall. Who else do we have? Anime project for Sailor Zombie has been announced.
Sailor Zombie.
Yes, 2 months have passed and zombies gain control of the world. High school student Mayako is wandering around by herself with no destination when she runs into a school where the survivors live together. She is helped by Mutsumi and Yuri, strong-willed girls the same age as Mayako. She thinks she's finally found a safe space to live, but what happens next? In a world ruled by zombies, the girls who have survived begin fighting. So it's like Zom 100 kind of.
I was literally thinking in my head, I was like, it'd be cool if they had like Zom 100 spin-offs, and then like the finale of Zom 100 involves like all of these people.
All the spin-offs?
All the spin-offs, yeah. Like the Marvel Endgame of Zom 100.
Right. Actually, who was producing this one? It's not Bugs Films. It does not say, but it is a seinen, so it's going to be more of an adult type. So it'll probably be pretty gory.
Well, all right.
So I can't wait for that. That is it for the news, unless you have other ones real quick.
Not that I could think of, Papa.
All right, so let's get to some of these reviews.
Yes, we have one less review because something you didn't mention in the thing is I picked up Elusive Samurai.
I know, hooray!
Hooray! And we still have this week's of what's it called, Dear Moments, but I have paused it for now. So just to jump ahead a tiny bit, I have paused Dear Moments. I probably will pick it back up again as soon as the feel starts.
It's more of that's the thing with visual novel games. It is that slow pace because you're buying it, you're playing the game basically.
Yeah,
the job's gonna happen is you're more of getting familiar with the characters and Audrey getting connected to the guy who hates everything.
I don't like the dynamics right now.
I know that you're not a fan of the useless characters.
Mm-hmm.
But again, she ain't bad. Just get rid of the whole discrimination thing. Like when we get more of the character depth, she probably will get better. but we're still in the flesh out process.
We'll summarize it in a little bit.
Yeah.
So in any case, for now, I only have 3 to review. So easy enough for me. We'll start off with Slime because this week's Slime was mid as fuck because it really felt more of like a rom-com or like a slice of life than it did an actual isekai like action type of anime. So
Right.
the anime really focuses on, I gotta get character names because we got some new characters that more than likely will end up playing some sort of decent part on shit. I mean, basically, it kind of focuses on Benny Maru. Meeting, he gets sent over to the mountains to be a envoy to a particular, I guess, race that are in the mountains, and we kind of get the backstory of one of the characters. If I can find her name here, doesn't really say. This goddamn, so many characters in season 2. What in the hell? What in the blue hell? I have no idea what. No, I feel like they give me all the characters that have ever been on this show, and it's just such a damn long list. I don't have any of these damn character names, so it's pissing me off right now. All right, I'll summarize as best as I can. Basically, Benimaru gets sent over as a political envoy to establish relations with this mountaintop company. And along the way, he manages to impress 2 people. He manages to impress the princess of this I guess, clan, as well as her mother, who is the queen. We find out the queen is in ill health. And we also find out that the queen, about 300 years in the past, or so, 200 years in the past, something along those lines, once trained with Sakumo, who is basically Benimaru Shisho, as for anybody who watches the show. And so we kind of get this revelation that she wants Benimaru to marry her daughter. And Benimaru's like, whoa, 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 can't give you that answer now, but I'll take it under consideration. Thank you. And come to find out, basically, as we go along in the episode, that daughter happens to be the daughter of Sakuromo. And basically, this woman I don't know how long exactly her development period is. She got knocked up by Sakumo. And basically, the girl is only literally 15 years old, but the woman herself is like 200 something years. And he's about 200 something years because they're about the same. So was she knocked up for like over 100 years? Like it doesn't make sense. Like how did this occur? We don't know. But basically we get Sakumo. He meets his daughter for the first time, ends up like praying protective dad, even though he wasn't a dad for the first 15 years. But now that I know she exists, I gotta protect her and be with her. And then we kind of basically see a harem ensue because of these other girls that want to be with Benimaru. And it's funny, but I don't really care. So that's that really for Slime. Kind of a miss episode, in my opinion. Moving on, something a bit better, in my opinion. Senpai is an Otokonoko. And this week's episode of Otokonoko wasn't so bad, honestly. It features really 2 stories. The first story features Ryuji falling deeper for Makoto and wishing he just had the balls to confront his feelings and be honest. And he wants to be honest with Makoto about them, and he struggles to do that. So we see them kind of like burgeoning and developing over time. The second piece, though, is the biggest one, and it kind of gives a thing like Aoi might be like asexual. Like we come to find out, basically, like she doesn't love anyone or really anything. And there's hints of it over the episode with Ryuji and his little sister about how the little sister picked up on that Aoi maybe faking it, as in faking her feelings for Makoto. And basically, we come to find out that that's the case. Over the course of the second half of the episode, we find out that her grandmother, she only lives with her grandmother. The grandfather's passed away. The father is basically an absentee father. Like he's around, but not really, because he's always doing research on whales, which is where we find out that she likes, whales. And the mother just abandoned them straight up. And so she never learned real love like that. And so therefore she's never loved anyone truly. But at the same time, because she recognizes more than likely that her grandmother's of old age, she's already lost her grandfather. She doesn't want to make her grandmother worry. And so she basically says, keeps calling Makoto her precious thing, saying that she loves him, she's going to be with him. But we find out toward the end of the episode that it really is all a facade. And she's basically forcing herself to like him. Like literally, the end of the episode is her cuddling her pillow and is like, "I love Makoto, I love Makoto, I love Makoto, I love Makoto," like trying to like force it, like jam it in her brain that she really does and she really wants to be with him. But in reality, it's not the case. So, I feel like I said asexual, but like, what's a better term for it? Because asexual means you don't care about sex whatsoever from anything. But like, what is the better term where you just don't have any romantic feelings?
Like all that, like no romance at all. Oh, aromantic.
Aromantic. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she definitely, it seems, aromantic from that perspective. And so that's very eye-opening like reality from that piece, in my opinion. Just the fact that like, she's again just trying to force it. A couple of the other things that happen in the episode, they all go to an aquarium, and Ryuji and Aoi help Makoto get away from some neighbors that don't know that he cross dresses and would recognize his face. And then they do a study camp basically for about half the episode, where we realize Aoi is just a terrible student and she sucks and is stupid. But yeah, the two big pieces is Ryuji basically wanting to be honest with his feelings to Makoto, and then the second is Aoi not being honest with her feelings for life in general and for people in general from that perspective. So interesting developments to be had from that piece.
Right.
And then finally, the last one that I have is Days with My Stepsister. This week's episode is pretty solid as a whole. They go back to kind of semi being normal, you'd say, in my opinion. But basically, it was fairly straightforward. The episode basically begins with, and I love this, it begins with introspective thoughts. And I love in the show that they do this a lot. They will vary between introspective thoughts that Saki will have and ones that Yuta will have. So this week's episode started off with introspective thoughts of Yuta, how he's basically coming to terms and rationalizing living with Saki and her mom, and basically saying that, like, in reality, right, you live a normal life, and then your dad just decides one day to get married to a woman, and you have no idea who she is really, and that woman has a daughter, and you have no idea about who that woman is. And
Right.
there's a reality of like natural siblings who grew up with each other or are actually related have a special skinship and kinship with each other, that aren't shared. But it's a weird dynamic because they didn't grow up with that. And there is the underlying reality that Saki is like the hottest girl in the class and has now, in the last episode, made a whole ass move on him and offered to basically fuck him. So like there is that like little introspective piece, but the majority of the episode kind of focuses on Saki struggling in literature. She just sucks at literature. And so she asks Yuta when he comes home at the beginning of the episode to tutor her. And he does a good job. He does an adequate job. But for the rest of the time, basically, Yuta's trying to think of ways to be a better tutor, to help her more. So he asks, Yuta ends up asking Saki's best friend for more advice on that. Maya ends up asking Maya for more advice and ends up asking his work senpai Shiori for more advice. And basically together the two of them give them like a suggestion of why doesn't she listen to background music while she studies? That helps both of us study. And in particular, Shiori gives him a particular song. From there, he plays the song for Saki, and it's an incredible lo-fi song. It's lo-fi, it's dope. The scenes are dope. Like it's literally like you're watching a YouTube video and you hear the lo-fi and you see people walking around the streets and it's raining and you're just kind of in their own element with the headphones in and you got the umbrella. Like it was really dope. It was like literally like I was watching a YouTube video. It was super wicked. And basically the episode ends with what's it called? Saki saying thank you for the advice, thank you for the song. I'm gonna listen to this tonight. And Yuta's basically saying, like, in this circumstance as of late, I feel like I've taken more from you than I've given you back. So I hope this is a small like token of me giving back to you for all the things you've given to me so far. And Saki appreciates that. And the episode basically ends with Saki stopping in her tracks and looking back at Yuta and telling him good night, which is a pretty big deal because in episode 1, he does that. He says goodnight to Saki, and Saki doesn't really know how to take it and doesn't reciprocate because of the fact that Saki's been alone for many years. She goes to bed alone because her mom works overnights. She never had anybody to say goodnight to or cared enough to wish her goodnight. So now, as we're 3 more episodes in, as we hit episode 4, she wishes him goodnight, and it's from herself, which is really nice. from that piece. So that's the episode for that. And again, I absolutely love that this is still a consensus top 10 anime. This isn't your typical incest thing like we get with Alia, which I haven't seen today's episode, but we're back to it.
That was funny.
It's funny, but
she's back to her bullshit.
She's back on her bullshit. I
can't wait to see. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah. We don't get that with Alia. But no, it's not your typical like ancestral like anime. This is it's a very thought-provoking anime, which I genuinely think is one of the reasons why like it's in the top 10. Perhaps it lost ratings because of the fact that everyone saw like, oh, she wants to fuck him, and now there'll be less of that, but that's TBD on that front. I loved it.
Alrighty, now it's time for my 6.
Have fun.
I will have fun. I'm gonna start with Mayonaka Punch, and this focuses on our shy vampire Fu.
Mm-hmm.
She's a singer.
Mm-hmm.
She was a singer. Used to be a singer.
Mm-hmm.
And she had a friend named Aya, who back then wanted to they were collabing again and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, had Vampire Yuki just said, "Well, you don't age, so people are gonna start saying stuff kind of turn it down, if they're gonna mock you, they know you're a vampire and all this."
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh man, it's been 50 years and you're still the same age. They're gonna question you. They're gonna talk about you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it got to the point where Fu abandoned her friend Aya on the stage.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that's why she's so shy, won't sing again.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, with Masaki, she needs ideas for videos and try to get Fu to do a cover because she can sing well. And it's like, no, I can't do that. I can't.
Mm-hmm.
But eventually, this leads into Fu looking for a friend.
Mm-hmm.
And it led to Fu going to a bar. And the bartender was speaking English while Fu was nervous, frazzled, what the fuck. And she sees Aya's guitar case hanging up on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
And the bartender's like, "Oh, are you a friend of Aya?"
Mm-hmm.
And we don't hear the conversation, but it seems like Aya has played at that bar.
Mm-hmm.
And is good friends with the bartender.
Mm-hmm.
But Fu was able to get that guitar case. Inside of it was a guitar and a CD.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously Aya passed away because it's been years. In the CD attached to it is a pre-recorded video of Aya, basically how much fun she actually had with Fu.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't hold any grudge against you from when you ran away and all that. I still enjoyed it, and I hope you're still out there singing to people.
Mm-hmm.
And this made Fu cry. It's a nice emotional thing. And so Fu decides to do a song for the video and dedicates the song to Aya. And very nice song. Very nice song. Get to hear it all. So good progression for Fu in this one. It's supposed to be a comedy, but why are you tugging the heartstrings? I was it was nice. You get those from time to time. It's not always comedy. Very nice episode. Enjoyed that. 2.5 Dimensional Seduction. This is okay. Ririsa and Okamura, they're going to the cosplay events. So basically what they do for these is the character could dress up in the cosplay character, and they sell stills and all that, photos of it, and make money.
Yeah.
And Okamura is getting nervous as fuck because it's making it seem like it's a date between Okamura and Ririsa.
Yeah.
And it got to the point where Mikari was helping Ririsa out with an outfit because she knows what he likes. So Ririsa looks lovely in it. They get to the event. She's not in cosplay. She doesn't dress up in the cosplay. I guess she forgot a few things. And there's professional cosplayers around them. And we had kind of a judgy panelist next to him, the guy who helps sell on the other girls' cosplay stuff. It's oh, you don't have this, you get a lot of sales, and I was oh, you're gonna leave already, type of thing. And a couple people come ahead that I want to purchase, but they really don't because she's not in the uniform.
Mhm.
But you're talking a big game, but you're not dressing up. Why? Are you embarrassed?
Hazukashi.
What?
Hazukashi desu ka?
Yes. And one guy came up looking at the CD. And he's like, "This is you, right?" And she's like, "Yeah." Is there any news? Is there anything lewd? And Okamura, in his head, he actually gets pissed. Like first, he was like really happy to have her show off her cosplay,
Mhm.
but he's slowly getting these feelings. Like I kind of don't want people to see her in the outfit.
Sure.
But she tells the guy like, "No, there's no NSFW because I'm still in school. I'm still in high school." And the guy gets so disappointed he walks away. And
What a
he's like, "It's like so it's all like tame and stuff like that. So what about the photos we did take at the school, and which is us? They're, oh, those are just for me personally, and
Mm.
well for him too. But
Mhm.
the event is about to end soon. But I got to the point where Risa actually says, "Yeah, you know what? Like I'm gonna go actually change it." But she has like 45 minutes
Mm.
or so, and getting changed in the cosplay, especially when you have made, is gonna take a bit.
Mhm.
But Okamura is like guarding the bathroom door where she's getting changed, or dressing room, and sees like these guy cosplayers, but is that they're actually girls dressed up as cosplaying as boys.
Mm.
So the three girls were actually laughing like, "Oh, that's actually cute because he cares for her."
Mhm.
like that's funny. Like you're all right. But while Risa is getting changed in there, like everything's like falling apart, like missing like pins, needles. It's not fitting. Like I guess she forgot a couple of things. And this actually happens. Like actual cosplayers, they'll offer like, "Oh, I have this. You need this." They have extra. They'll help like just to help out.
Yeah.
And while she was getting dressed, there's like,
Can you get away with that? Hold on, pause. Can you get away with that? Like you just have like random needles and fucking bobby pins and shit. Like you can just take that in with you randomly into the event. They don't like check you down for like real guns and
oh
knives.
no, you get no, because people do cosplay repairs at the con because they be aware that it can happen at the con.
Yeah.
And you can either go to a part of the con that does it, or someone has the stuff on hand. Like
Yeah.
you never know because it has happened to them, so they know what it's like.
Yeah.
And so like, so Marissa has like this like mini skirt on. It's like you're wearing that, like what? What's the problem? Like you're a school student, so you gotta cover the pantsuit basically. So one of the adult cosplayers kind of strips down, like got the bottoms off on herself and gave it to her.
Mm. Ew, that's kind of gross though. She's been there all day. She's probably
Well,
sweating.
no,
in
I'm sorry,
there.
those are like a couple hours, not even, but
Still, like
no,
it's.
they're like, oh my god, like this famous cosplayer is stripping, kind of.
Oh no,
But
bro.
she got the outfit on, and people actually in awe of it. She's got her confidence back. Okamura's happy. So a nice little ending. So not a bad episode. I'm glad Okamura's kind of slowly calming down. Because again, that was definitely a gripe. It's like I like the girls, but he was kind of cringe. But the fact that he's calming down a little, I was like, okay, I can tolerate him a little bit.
I mean, my dick is getting hard for real women.
Basically,
so.
basically.
Oh.
Moving on. My wife has no emotion. What you call it? Mina learns kissing. The robot learns to kiss because of Takuma. Because first, what do you call it? Had a fever type of thing, and she was like talking, and for some reason, I don't forget what brought it up. Like talking about like what a kiss meant in terms of because he's trying to teach her like these emotions ordeal.
Why do you want to fuck the robot?
You can fuck the robot.
Why?
Why not? Can't say no.
Oh my! Would you fuck a robot if you could, Matt?
Yes, absolutely.
It's not a typical vagina.
I bet. Look, there's so many features you can do to it. It can vibrate, it can squeeze, it can make it warm, it can make it cold, it can vibrate, it can do all these things.
Oh, God. Anyway, keep going.
Yeah. Take that. But the Super Mina, the more advanced one, comes back to visit, brings gifts, trying to befriend the old Mina and Takuma. And basically, it's leading to Mina considering getting upgrades. So that was to get the Super Mina brought. Give her the ability to have the upgrades, I guess, be more expressive, more features, more updates in her program as it's being just cooking and cleaning. I guess be more lively compared to Mina. But Mina wants it, but for some reason Takuma, he's like, I don't know, basically. But this ends with basically Mina letting know that, hey, I'm gonna be picked up by next week to go for the upgrades. And it's good, and basically I'm gonna be gone for 2 weeks for the updates. And Takuma is like kind of like sad about it, but I don't know. Like I don't know how they're gonna do it, but we'll see. And the next episode, they're gonna feature the next robot girl. Forgot her name. The psychopath. Oh, she's not on the casting list. I forgot her name. But the next one's a psychopath. Has weapons, like a Doc Ock style.
Oh,
yes.
Is that a kink now too?
What?
Is that a kink too?
Well, if it's technically call it tentacles, but
oh my god.
But no, it's not. It's not a sex thing. It's like crazy. Calm down.
I've been grateful to not see very many anime whatsoever that have tentacles because I hate tentacles. So
yeah, they'll random isekais will do either tentacles or slime. Mostly slime.
It's mostly slime. Yeah.
Yeah. We all know from that Mother Alabama one. Jesus Christ. You didn't watch that, right?
I don't recall.
Do you love your mom and her double hit multi combo?
No, it didn't ring a bell at all.
No, it's awful.
The only mom I know is the double mom wombo combo that we saw in.
Well, that's a good mom. This one was I want to be impregnated by my kids.
I've read hentai like that, but I've never watched.
Yeah, but it's like full on displays, like Jesus Christ. Moving on.
Please.
Nananare, cheer for you, the cheerleader one. I like that it's not the cheerleader is not the main focus.
It's not. That's because
like
that's
at
why
all.
that's why I didn't watch it because I was like, oh, I don't want to see a bunch of girls cheer.
No, like it's there, but it's more about the characters themselves. Like, there's nothing about cheerleading in this at all, except for like, they posted the video last episode. I was like, oh, we got about 112 views. That's nice, awesome.
It's because nobody's neck got broken, so that's why I didn't get more views.
Well, Megami didn't participate.
Oh, damn it.
I know, but this focuses more on the transfer student girl, Anna. And this is another one where it's like a shit ton of English talking, like almost all English with her and the record store owner, with YJ and Mia. Basically, she's been going to this record store since she was a kid. So basically, she's like it's like a secondary home for her. And she wanted to get some records and all this, and she found out from YJ that he's getting rid of everything because she wanted his record player, like to borrow it. Like, oh, you can have it. Like, oh, why? Like, well, I'm giving everything away. I'm leaving, basically.
Sayonara, bitch.
But basically, a music company is going to basically buy my shop. So all this whole collection is going to be gone. And this made Anna upset. Like she doesn't want this. Again, so many memories. And Nodoka was talking to the girls about like how Anna was like very. I don't know, it's capoeira. So she was like, even as a kid, like she would do like the breakdancing type kicks because she heard people talking shit about her. And this is like grade school. So like, okay, she could fight even then. Like, awesome. She could defend herself, type of ordeal.
It's so wild seeing capoeira because it's like it's obviously made from dance, but
yeah,
like if you get caught by one of those fucking kicks, you're probably
dead. Yeah, that was like a fucking Eddie Gordo from Tekken. That was his whole style. Like, holy shit.
But it's always like hit or miss, especially in real life combat. You'll see that in UFC. You'll see guys with capoeira backgrounds, and like almost always they never hit anything.
Yeah,
it helps them with dexterity and fluidity, but it doesn't help them in terms of actually doing a literal capoeira move. Like if your opponent gets like caught by one of those, he's probably low level and doesn't understand or expect it.
Right.
Anyway, I digress.
But no, this episode ends with Anna thinking that she has an idea to make YJ and Mia stay. I don't know if it's gonna happen, but she's going to try because again, it was her home so much. She has so many memories there. She hates to see it gone just like that.
Mm-hmm.
So cannot wait for that. Move it on. Let us go with Suicide Squad.
Oogie.
Even in this Joker, even when Joker is not in this other world, he still strikes fear in the people.
Why is that?
Well, let me get the. Well, first, Suicide Squad got back to where they were with this Elf Village type of thing. Basically get payback, and take out Finker. And so Peacemaker has his whole plan, like people are gonna sneak inside like Harley Quinn and Clayface. Clayface is gonna disguise himself as the Finker to distract the Samurai girl, and Peacemaker is going to torture one of the other elves after capturing them. And he actually does, like stabbing, breaking fingers, smashing his fucking face, even ripping his hair and have it as like a wig. It's like, oh, you're not gonna blend in as the elf. You're too muscular. So he takes his own helmet off, gets his yellow wig like a wig, puts it on, looks fucking fabulous. But
if John Cena was the voice actor, I might have watched.
I would have switched to dub if it did, but it's not. It's not.
Okay.
Yeah. It is Sean Patrick Judge as the voice actor. But like, oh. So Clayface is distracting Katana. Harley Quinn is fighting the Finker. Finker, of course, he thinks he can read their minds and all that. Gets her knocked around a couple of times. Harley Quinn has a strategy. Basically, if I don't think at all, I can actually land a hit on you. Doesn't work for long. And he dives deeper into her mind. And so you see her as a psychiatrist talking to Joker. And all of a sudden, we get to like how like Joker has Harley hanging up by above the vat of acid.
Yeah.
Now it's Finker being held in a psychological trauma phase. So you see Joker and Harley like staring at him, like laughing, smirking, like fucking melting Finker's mind.
Yeah, he's
imagine Joker did not come with them, but he's still giving Harley Quinn life advice on what helps her out in this otherworld situations.
Bro, it's like having the angel and the devil. It's like Robin, Joker, Robin, Joker.
Yeah. And so Finker's mind is blank and knocked out. And of course, fucking Katana beheads him. And this leads to Katana fighting Harley Quinn. Nice animation, great music, but Katana was able to escape. Harley Quinn, Suicide Squad, as they're about to retrieve her now. Like, all right, let's go back. Fiona, the princess, was about to talk to her mother, but she overheard the mother saying, I need the Suicide Squad executed. They're going to die. So that's where that episode ends. Very good shit. I like that one a lot. Almost done already. Like, damn.
This is what, 10 episodes? 8 episodes?
10. This was episode 7, so...
But it also debuted like 2 weeks before the summer officially started, right?
It was more of... It was around the week summer would start, but the first free episode aired on the
second day. Dropped. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you this because I was curious because I did see a couple posts on Suicide Squad, just general posts, but it made me think, right? And I was like, what is I guess DC or whoever's making, what's the purpose of it? Is it capitalizing on the fact that Suicide Squad is outside of Batman and Superman the most like desired part of the DC franchise?
Yeah, basically after the rebooted movie and Peacemaker both being hits.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, we're gonna go forward with this.
Okay, so they're just going full retard with the
Yeah, basically, yeah, because Harley Quinn's popular, Clayface from that, and of course, it's a Harley Quinn show, the Suicide Squad movie, the Peacemaker spin-off.
It's literally Harley Quinn and her and the band. That's
more or less because they are in those shows and movies. So the fact that they're all intertwined, basically, those characters are so popular. Like, how can you not capitalize on it when you
Yeah,
can?
but it's not really a specific focus on getting more like general fans into anime per se.
No, because this is more of WB diving into experimenting on anime going forward, because they do plan to do more anime.
Is this made in Japan?
Yes,
So is it maybe a focus of the Japanese getting more Japanese into
that could be true, because
the real life?
this is made by Wit Studio. So
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, I guess to make it more global, but they know anime is on the rise right now. So all right,
Mhm.
let's see if we actually try it.
Mhm.
Let's work with a studio. Let's see what we can come up with. And so far, this is the result. This was definitely the best episode, but the show itself is just okay.
Mhm.
It's a standard isekai. So I consider it a test run to see where
Mhm.
they stand on it.
Yeah, nothing stands out, but nothing's insulting. You know what you get.
Exactly. You know what you're getting.
Yeah.
But moving on, last one, Sengoku Yoku. I did see today's as well, so I'm going to talk about that a little bit as well.
Oh yeah.
Tsukigi, basically, we put that we left off. She wants to be trained by Shinsuke, and Shinsuke is basically telling her, "No, fuck off. I'm not taking on apprentices and anything,"
Mhm.
because he also deems himself as weak from part one or core one, whatever you want to call it.
Mhm.
They don't reason why he is strong because he has a magic sword.
Mhm.
And he has training, sure, but he's not great at it. So how could he train someone if he doesn't believe himself that he's great himself? But eventually they cave in because they ran out of food and Tsukiko had food. So it's
Mhm.
well, you gotta take me in now, catch you, motherfucker.
Mhm.
They run. They meet like an ice dragon type thing called water god. They found a water god. Well, Senya did, called Now, so it could turn into like this dragon type thing or some type of weird creature.
Mhm.
Meet our next antagonist, Mudo, who actually turns like this black dragon. He tried to kidnap Tsukiko, but unfortunately that really didn't work. And we get the return of Tokyo. Yeah, Tamayoko. She looks older, like got older, taller,
How much of a time skip is it?
like months.
Also, you just hit a growth spurt.
Yeah, basically, yeah. So like, there, it's just like this is the same person. Like, okay, not like big boobs or anything, like just taller and all that.
Okay, homeboy from To Your Eternity.
Yes, yeah, not Fushi.
Not Fushi. Okay.
But yeah, so she helps out. Tsukiki was saved. Muda retreats for now. So Tama catches up with Shinsuke. Basically, what the hell happened? Because Shinsuke says, "Oh, basically after that, after the events that happened, you basically left me. You left me high and dry."
Mm.
She's like, well, shit, because I honestly didn't expect you to wake up."
Mhm.
And so I went back to training with the illusion god and all that. And Shinsuke talked about why he's traveling because the mountain god gave him a task to basically bring back Jinka because we don't know where he is, went missing. They're going to train him for like 3 months. And if he does this, they'll bring Shakuyaku back to life. His the girl he had a crush on.
Mm.
So he's awful in this training, doing horrible. And during that training, Senya is like captured by the mountain god. Mountain god was basically going to steal him away, but Shinsuke took Senya and they ran. And that's when they got knocked out, and they woke up at this village that where we are now for part 2.
Mm-hmm.
Senya has the amnesia. So basically, he caught her up to speed. They part ways again. Senya is interrupted by another one of the deities. Starts to attack him, and it got to the point where basically this deity was begging Senya to kill her. Like she can't take it anymore, type of thing.
Mm.
And Senya, his head is like, why is it always me? Because he wants to be like a normal human, even though he's not.
Mm.
So every time he tries to, people forced in to kill or make him kill, even if it is a mercy kill. So when Shinsuke got there, Senya's like above this girl's lifeless body. And he's like, why do I have to keep doing this type of thing? Like, he's like heartbroken, flabbergasted, like he's like lost, basically. Doesn't know what to do. Like he doesn't want to be like that's his entire purpose in life. So, and there, solid episode there. Definitely a little better than part 1 already. So, can wait for more of that. That is it for me.
Fantastico.
Let us start with the one you have on pause, Autry.
Very well.
Ah, dear moments. Finally, they're going to school.
Yes, they are.
Yep. So Natsuki escorts Archery to the school, but not so fast. There's these 3 little shits. I mean, children. It's a hitman. That guy over there.
Yes.
Like he's got a gun and all this. Like what? Has his cane like playing along with.
He's got a gun.
Yeah, our Kevin Nash. You gotta go.
He's got a gun.
What the fuck, Eddie? The kids run away, and Natsuki, he's playing along still. Like Archery, just chase him. Chase him.
Do it.
Yeah, so she just follows them. Because she's high performance and all. They retreat over water. Like, you can't go. Humans can't go for the water. And Archery was like, she was about to jump like a leap of faith, and Natsuki just like, no. But they're going into the school. Of course, Minamo is happy as hell because, oh, you're in school finally. Yay. But turns out she's also the teacher. Because all the teachers are not there. Basically, abandoned ship. They're up on the mainland. So, fuck off, ordeal. So they go back at the house. Audrey, Natsuki, Minamo. Audrey tried to burn down the boat again because she can't cook.
Of course.
Yep. And so she convoluted this detailed bullshit story as to why she could not cook. Like, oh, I was originally a battle droid. I got damaged during the war. And I stopped killing because your grandma saved me. Then Natsuki also was like, so, can you lie? Yep, I'm high performance. Of course I can lie. Fuck. It's like, fine. If you're a battle droid, attack me right now.
It's totally fine. Totally. It's all fine.
Yep.
Just do it.
It's like, rocket pot. No, I could have killed you. I saved your life. It's like, But we see more of Ririka, or Nanami. Basically, she's at school at night, because apparently this was haunted. But no, she's on top of the school roof, reading with a candle, because no batteries, no electricity. And, of course, Ryuji couldn't find batteries for her. Because, there's hardly any electricity. Gave Natsuki shit. For some reason, the guy, fuck you, buddy. I guess because of his grandmother. I don't know. And Natsuki was like, we figured like we kind of have electrical supply, like the windmill, all the water. And he tested this on his boat. And success. So his goal now for the school was to make this electric generator type with the water, using the fans, making like a bigger fan. And of course, Ryuji is still giving him shit for it. But Natsuki's got his abilities. Everyone's going to be working together. That's where it's going to end. So we'll see how they make this giant fan. Maybe they can take Atri apart and use her for the fans.
That's like I was writing earlier when I said I was pausing it, right? Last week when we were talking about it. At the end of the day, like the 2 primary functions is there's going to be some sadness. They're building to that clearly, right?
Yeah.
But the other piece is like global warming. And it's like how global warming has affects the world, and like how they have to overcome that with their ingenuity and their will to survive and their will to stay on the island. So it's like I get that piece as well. That's very valiant of them. I can appreciate that, but it just doesn't translate to entertainment for me. I don't feel entertained watching this show. I can bitch all I want about Nokotan, right? But at least I'm fucking thoroughly entertained. I can't deny that I'm not, right? So it's like it's kind of how I feel. I'm not entertained through this. And I hit 3 episodes and I'm like, you know, it's like I was gonna pick up Samurai anyway, right, as my binge, and so I just flipped it, right. So I'm watching Samurai week to week now, and then this will probably be my binge unless you guys tell me like there's no real direction and they just drop the ball. Then I won't bother. But I anticipate that won't be the case. So this will end up more than likely being my like end of season binge to catch up.
Yeah, I'm gonna predict by episode 5. Is we're going to get to the actual antagonist of me of the matter. We'll learn more about the global warming.
You know, you're saying that because you know already, or you're just picking up.
I know of certain characters, and I know of the one that is the antagonist, especially towards Audrey. So, but I had not played the game. But if I do like it, I might play the game. We will see. But it's just more of I feel like it's going to happen.
I don't have time because it's like I want to play, especially after this season. I want to play Nier. Spoiler alert, it's our main event. If you can't tell by the background,
it's so good.
I want to play it. I just don't have the time to. So it's like,
that is definitely an investment. So, but no, I hope you do. So, moving on. Let us go with Spice and Wolf. And also, this one is going to be on break next week.
Boo! What a cock tease, especially after the end. It's like
because Olympic schedule until the 11th of August.
Crazy.
Yeah, this was more of Kraft putting his plan into motion. Who did he talk to first? Was it Mark again, or was it someone else?
Mark. You talked to Mark first, and I gave him the idea because basically Mark gave him the idea about there's one place that they haven't touched.
Yeah, basically the Alchemist.
And then he speaks to Batos after that.
Speaks to who?
Batos.
Is that her name?
No, Batos is the intermediary that he met Homegirl through.
Oh, okay. Yeah, talks to Batos, and basically he wants to make the stock market crash with this pyrite. But he was given that. Well, when you do see the Alchemist say this password, what was it? I want to buy like a chest of feathers or something like that.
Yeah, it's like a chest of feathers, a box of white feathers, something like that. I think it's a box of white feathers.
A box of white feathers, because like he goes there talking to Diane. I believe that's her name.
Yes, Diane.
Yeah, Diane.
Or Diana, whatever. Either way.
Yeah, Diana Rubin too. He says the thing, tells her to come inside.
Dion. Yeah.
Yeah, and she even says, like, oh, by the way, I already have a buyer for my stuff.
God damn it.
But she says, although I'd rather give it to you. Not this other person.
We all know who the person is.
Yeah, we know who it is, but she ain't gonna say it because client. And and Kraft won't say his reasons.
Right.
So it's like, all right, fine. You won't tell me, I won't tell you.
Right.
So I can give you this. Was it like 500 silver?
Yeah.
Yeah, for like 500 silver. So pretty affordable. He can do it. But basically, it's more of, but I'm going to think on it. Where are you going to be tomorrow? And he said the market square, because by the time they open up.
Yep.
And before he goes, he actually asks her, has there been stories where a deity fell in love with a human?
Plenty.
Yeah. So he's like, oh, good. I have a chance, basically.
There's hope. So you're telling me there's a chance.
So he's happy with this. He goes back to Mark, having a conversation. And Mark's kind of questioning him a little bit.
Mm.
It's like, if I help you, like, are you gonna do this for me? Like,
Yeah.
or you're just gonna fuck off and I never see you again?
Probably the latter.
It's like, okay. Yeah, he laughs it off. Like, all right, life of mercy.
Let's have a drink.
Yeah, let have a drink, and basically you can crash outside the tent because, you can't go back to the hotel.
That's wild.
Because, as upsetting Holo is there.
Ugh, you still exist? Ugh.
Yeah, basically.
I wonder. I thought about that, really. And I was like, if he would have gone back to the hotel, could he have made anything better?
No, I don't think so. I don't think he knows. I don't think he has the right words to say to make it better.
What were the odds that Holo was even there? Maybe she was already cuddling up next to Amadi.
Maybe she has a side deal with him already to kind of fuck with Lawrence a bit. Like, oh yeah, we were good too.
Awful.
I would go, yo.
Fucking awful.
You're torturing this man. I mean, he did himself, but at the same time, it's like, you're trying to torture this man.
She gets off on it.
I know, and again, this is Lawrence's doing, and this is kind of his fault because he didn't read the letter first. Say, oh yeah, go ahead, read it.
Holo's definitely into degrading sex. You could tell.
Yeah.
She's into that.
Yeah, this Kraft is in the middle of that, or he's learning the kink.
He's learning.
He's like, I don't know if I like it yet or not. He's
like, I'm just gonna pretend I didn't hear that. Ow, that really hurt. Oh shit, that's kind of turn on. That hurt my feelings.
Yep. But the market's open and everything's lively.
I love that they did it like the New York Stock Exchange, by the way. Love.
Oh
that.
Yeah, like near the
hands, the bell,
the board. Like, oh, here's this.
Yeah. It looks just like the New York Stock Exchange.
Yep.
500 years or however long it is in the past.
Yeah, and they're all gathered around, and while Kratz was like looking around, he sees Amadi and Holo.
Yep.
Holo doesn't look at him.
Nope.
Kratz was thinking about going over there, but doesn't because Amadi goes up to him.
Yep.
It's like, well, looks like I win. You have the contract.
Yep.
And I can't wait. And the bell rings, and that's where we got the end episode.
Yeah. He gives him, by the way, 30. I think they give him like 30 like special gold coins. And they said, like, oh, the conversion rate must have been like a fuck ton. He's like, I didn't worry about it at all.
It's like, no, it just makes it easy to carry. Like, count, go ahead.
Yeah,
he's just being a cocky prick about this, thinking he
won. Really is. He's just like, oh, such a villain. Even though he's not really a villain, but he's like,
he's playing the game.
Yeah, man, like ruthless. And he's what, like 14, 15, 13, something like that. Like he's
like 16 or something.
He's like 16. Yeah, bro. Like, fuck. Savage.
It's like, well, fuck you.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. You're cool. Fuck you.
And fuck me.
Fuck me.
Like, all right, you fuck you. You fuck me or later. Yeah. But while we're on romance, let's continue with the romance. Let's go with Twilight. Out of focus.
More fucking.
More fucking. More fucking.
Bro, they fuck like jackrabbits.
Yeah, fucking like rabbits.
Hey, homie doesn't want to try and be a switch. He's just straight bottom.
He's just a bottom.
He's just a straight bottom.
It's all happening so fast for him.
I bet it. Well, no, probably not. He's a fucking.
Rough, slow.
Yeah, homeboy's an expert since he's been groomed.
Well, at least these people are the same age.
Yes, thank God.
Yeah. But the film is done.
Mm-hmm.
They are done with that.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, Mao's having feelings for Hisashi.
Mm-hmm.
From cup of feelings to full-on sex, as we said, lots of sex.
Mm-hmm.
But he's still figuring out himself. Or like, does he want to be in the closet? Is he going to come out of the closet? Or is he going to fuck in the dorm for the rest of their life?
No, I mean, I didn't really get that. I didn't really get the whole, like, in the closet thing. I feel that would come more into play, like, if they're, like, because they tend to keep their lives separate because they're two different personalities.
Yeah.
And everyone knows they live together. Everyone knows they're close. But nothing's really come up in terms of a of a situation that requires them to be out. You know,
Right.
it's not like, oh, I'm gonna go visit my family, you should come with me, or like, oh, like some random boy that's like the snitch journalist in the school saw us fucking grabbing each other's cocks or something. You know, it's like it's nothing's come up like that.
Yeah.
So
None of that. But no, and Hisashi, the drama club,
yeah,
and this made Ishikawa go like fuck. But
yeah.
he wants him, but like because you're like
He wants to be with him all the time. That's really what it is. It's not so much like at the beginning, it was not so much what he wanted. It was more about what Mao wanted. And Mao wanted to be around him all the time. New relationship, new feelings. I always want to be around you. He has that sense of jealousy we've established. And it continues again in a small pattern this episode before he snaps out of it. So,
right. But what do you call it? He's feeling competitive.
mhm.
Oh yeah, Ichikawa is being competitive with the third year club president because film competition, right?
No, he's being. It was the. I think it. I don't think it's the drama president. I think he's the actual like student council president. He doesn't get along with the student council president,
Oh,
and
sorry, yeah, he's third year club president
third
and
year,
second
yeah,
year director, yeah.
and that's basically what the preview. From what I saw, the preview is going to focus on their like dynamic. So there may be some sort of like homosexual reality there as well that we have yet to discover, or it could just be just typical like rival type vibe. I don't know.
Right. So we're gonna figure that out. But
Yeah, but I mean, basically, I could take over because you're struggling
yeah.
a little. It seems like.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember because again I watched a lot of shit.
Oh, dude, I could have. You should have just told me to pick this one up. But no. So that's basically the first half, and we get a scene, and I think it's a very pivotal scene where he's Mao's coming home from club, wondering if Hisashi was there because Hisashi's decided to join, and when it's all said and done, they have sex, and he's like, I think I'm going to join the acting club. He's going to join the film club, right? I think it's a film club or is it no drama club. He's going to join the drama club, and he's like, okay, well, that's fine. And basically, Mao kind of resigns himself to like, all right, well, I want to be supportive, and that's basically the gist of why it's all said and done. I want to be supportive of Hisashi. I want him to be happy, and if he can't be around me all the time, then I want to film him all the time. And as he's coming up to the dorm, he hears basically Hisashi saying some things like, I tried to call you. We find out after he opens the door, he was practicing lines for a film that he got called for. But Mao's first instinct is like, oh, he's on the phone with his ex-boyfriend. I don't want to intrude, but it pisses me off that he's still talking to him. So he opens the door. They see that. They, kind of talk about it. And that's when things end up getting more hot and heavy that we don't see that piece, but pretty sure they fucked. But he basically says, well, I'm not going to talk to him. You have nothing to worry about. I'm yours and only yours. And blah, 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 blah.
Stop being jealous.
Stop being jealous, yeah. And then that's when we get to the second part that basically Matt alluded to with Ichikawa being upset that Hisashi joined. He felt like, oh, we found him. He's our discovery. He's our thing. Like, why did he join them?
He's over there.
Yeah, and then that's where we see like the little rift between the third year student council president and Ichikawa, and that basically leads into the preview. I believe that the title is like Ichikawa's struggle or some shit like that, and we're going to see basically a power dynamic between the two that may spiral into something deeper or more convoluted or complex, but TBD. This is easily one of the best romances out this summer. Gay or straight?
Right now, yes.
Yeah, right now, this is gay or straight, one of the best romances that's out there.
Well, speaking of dramatic romances, Indivisible by twins.
Did you see today's episode?
I did not.
Oh, I can't talk about it, but whatever you summarize, it gets 5 times worse this episode.
Riera was cooking with the pep talk.
Yes.
Nobody can bring happiness to others, so they are happy themselves.
Yep.
And
let her cook.
I think you're the more attractive one to the assistant, all that. But man, Riera talking to his buddy here.
Let her cook.
Let her cook. But it's clear that Rumi still has feelings for June.
As day.
Yeah, clear as day. June is talking to Moriwaki, or is that the friend's name?
Look.
Moriwaki Toyoshige. Toya. We'll call him Toya.
I was gonna say you can call him Toyo, or you can. I mean, he calls him fucking Shisho, like professor, the professor, because he's the professor of hentai, as we come to find
Yes.
out in this episode.
Yeah, giving June all this, like, man, you're lucky you got these two.
You got the girls, bro.
You got, like, and they're twins, man. Come on, that's right.
Let her cook.
Uh,
Let him cook.
yeah, let both of them cook.
Yes, but then we get the revelation as we come to find out that his best friend Moriaki basically asked out what's her name,
Naori?
Naori, and was rejected. And he tried, just he kept getting rejected, whatever. But they're cordial, they're still friends, things of that nature. And so that's cool. And I think they're so close. Also, we see later on, like toward the end of the episode, I can skip ahead really briefly, but we see toward the end of the episode, like she's basically like crying to him about her feelings about June and things like that. And he's there, just he's not even trying to be like perverted in that instance. Like he really is supportive, because he's basically trying to play Switzerland. He's direct in the middle, like, yeah, that's my dog, and yeah, I've loved you, so I can't really say much, but I'll be there for both of you when you need me. And clearly she needed him in that instance, that she's just crying on his desk, like venting to him about what she feels and stuff like that. So,
Oh boy, but
while they're there, at least in his room, June and the professor,
yep,
porn, lots of porn. He's got a whole
what's
thing of porn.
What's a rom-com?
What's a rom-com without a fucking perverted dude, eh?
Yeah,
it's fucking good. And but the best part is, like, wait, dude, these all look like Naori. He's like, you didn't know?
my goodness.
Like, bro, my best friend is jerking off to like girls that look like my girlfriend.
I was like, why? Why is this happening?
Because you were dating fucking what's her face?
Rumi?
Rumi.
Yeah. But speaking of June and Rumi,
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
They had that heart talk. June talking about his feelings towards Rumi, and Rumi talk about, like, why didn't you say that to me now? Like the whole love me thing. Like, you love my sister, that's why I broke up.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yeah, I had feelings with Naruto, but the fact that I dated you, I actually loved you. So now he's conflicted. The twins are going to be like, what the fuck? And of course, it leads to Rumi getting upset and kind of snapping at him for this. Like, you're an idiot.
Yep.
But what can you do, Ethan?
Well, I would love to tell you what you could do, but I can't, because you haven't seen the episode.
Explain what they do.
I'll give you this much. Yes, at the beginning of the episode, we continue on with Rumi and June. They talk it out. They come to an understanding. It doesn't make the situation any easier, but they do come to an understanding. And then the focus shifts towards Naori and her deciding what's the next steps in the relationship. And June, throughout the majority of the episode, kind of, I don't want to say anything else. That's fine.
Yeah,
I'll shut up on from there. But yeah, so a lot of the focus goes on like the true feelings that they both have, and then the finale of the episode, bombshell.
Right. But no, I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see today's episode. I'm going to watch that later.
Yes.
Let us go with Roshi Dere, our next romance.
All right.
I saw today's. That was hysterical. You didn't yet.
I did not know.
Yes, and the dub came out, and the dub for that is honestly kind of hilarious, but especially with the sisters.
Hello, my brother.
Yeah, that was in the sub, and the dub it's Ohio, my Oni-chan. She said the reverse.
Yeah, they said the reverse. That's clutch. That's really good.
No,
I can't talk shit. That's really good fucking dubbing.
Yeah. But yeah, fuck communism. It's another Wincest show. We have a few of those apparently.
It's a thing.
What?
It's a thing.
Yep. Oshinoko, this everywhere.
Oh man.
Stop it.
Wait till you see today's episode of Oshinoko.
I should have, but no, I didn't yet.
It was I'll skip ahead for 2 seconds and tell you that this episode of Oshinoko is probably the best episode of the season.
Right.
Good.
All right,
but we'll get to that in momentarily.
But Masachika really does not want to be in the student council. Like
Nope.
they're pulling his arm, twisting his leg, whatever you want.
I think early on in the episode, he's just saying it just in defiance now. Like he probably wouldn't even mind if they weren't so on his dick about it.
Yeah.
But because there's so much on his dick, he's like, no, I'm just doing
like I really don't want you now.
Yeah, just on principle. Fuck you guys. Fuck you. Fuck you. She's cool. She's also cool. Fuck me.
But Toya is the one that tries to help convince him.
He does a good job.
Yeah, like, you're this remarkable guy, and whatever your motivation is to join the council, whatever it might be, don't feel bad about it.
It can't be worse than mine because I only did it to impress a girl.
But we'll skip ahead for that part. Like, he has a condition.
Yes.
One condition. And we'll get to that in a bit.
Yes.
But Isla, is that how you pronounce it? Isla?
Who? Anya? Not Anya. Fucking
Aisha?
Alia?
We'll call it Aisha.
Wait, you talking about Alia's sister?
No, the actual girl.
Alia, yeah, it's Alia.
Alia. Yeah, Alia is dealing with the baseball and soccer club.
Yep, they're beefing.
Yep, they're beefing because they want usage of the field. And now the fact that was it like soccer doesn't get more love now that they need practice because they actually made it to nationals or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And baseball's like, hey, we need this all year round. Season's about to start.
Yep.
It's like, fuck your sport. No, fuck your sport. And Alia is like, he's really trying to be the peacemaker of it, but just has not. It got to the point where she's kind of having this little breakdown. And she spoke in Russian, calling for help.
Yep.
But Masachika came to the rescue. What was that?
To the rescue.
Yep. Of course, you heard her speaking Russian on the other side of the room. Like, I'm not going to come in yet. I'll wait till she does in Russian.
Yep.
It's like this way, like the superhero entrance.
Yep.
But he came in, he diffused the situation, and basically had told one of the managers to like, hey, how about you go with the other sport, help manage them. And I believe it was soccer that got the school field while baseball got the other.
Yes, because baseball has smaller team.
Yeah.
Than the soccer.
And soccer.
Yeah. Baseball kind of like the baseball team lost, but as we find out, the head of the baseball team, he didn't really lose.
Yeah.
Because basically, as we go along to that little tease, Alia's like, how did you convince them? And he's like, oh, I already knew like they were going on. You're like, oh, you were staring at the manager the whole time. She's like, yeah, because unbeknownst to you, the manager of the soccer team is dating the star of the baseball team. So everybody gets a win-win. You get dates, like the manager gets and her other managers help the baseball team out. The manager
gets time with the other person.
gets to have impromptu dates, working dates with him, and the soccer team gets their field, and all is happy and well.
Right, and Masachika was about he's actually in the council.
Yeah, because we finally get the confirmation as we see as they're walking, having this discussion. We see our other main player, Toya, and I was like, "So, did you decide?" And he's like, "Yep, I'm in general affairs."
Yep, on the position of he helps Alia become student council president.
But we don't get that actual condition yet. What happens is after they wrap up everything, he has to get a form. He gets the form. He's like, "I'll bring it back tomorrow." That shows that he's an official student council member. And then they end up having a discussion, basically. And Alia basically says, like, "Are you really going to join the student council?" And he's like, "Yeah, I am." And he's like, "Are you really planning to well, let me phrase that." He asked, like, "Are you really joining the student council?" He's like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Are you doing it to run against me?" And he's like, "Well, are you still planning to run?" And he goes, "Yeah." And he's like, "All right, well, what's it called? How about this? I will help you be the student council president." Yep.
And of course, this made her go doki doki.
Yep.
And all of a sudden, she ruins the moment by going, "You're thinking about other girls now, aren't you?"
because he has a flashback of his childhood best friend.
Yep. Oh,
And of
which
course,
is-
stupidly, he
yeah.
says yes. He gets slapped in the face.
Yep.
Okay? And
a kiss in the cheek.
and as they walk home, a kiss on the cheek. But there was one part that we skipped over during that conversation. After Masachika basically says, like, I'll help you win the student council, we see Alia go up to him and whisper something to him, and we don't hear what it is, but his eyes open up. And so then after the kiss on the cheek, he's like, oh my god, Alia, and then we get credits. In the after scene credit, we get a flashback to that moment. And that moment, she said, I love you in Russian. And he was like, whoa. And
Yep.
she is freaking the fuck out. She's like, are you so stupid? I can't believe you told him that. You don't really believe that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just got caught up in the moment. You didn't really mean it.
Yeah,
And then
of course we get the breakdown, her kicking and screaming in her bed, like, "No, I don't love him. I
she's
don't
throwing
love
a
him."
whole temper tantrum over the fact that she basically said what she felt in Russian. And then as we go along, she's after her tantrum's over, her sister comes home, and her sister is like, "Hey, I met Master Chika-kun, and he's a really nice boy." And he's like, "I think you're stupid. It's cute that you don't, you hide your feelings, but I think it's stupid, and you should tell him your feelings before somebody takes them away." What do you mean by that?
AKA me.
Yeah, nothing. Walks in, closes the door with a smile on her face because she's interested in her presumably childhood best friend.
Yep, and this is gonna be fun.
Oh yeah,
and we got one more girl too, so we're not there yet.
oh we do.
In the OP, remember he's in the middle of 4 girls, so we got the 3. We got the sister, the Russians. So I don't know who the other
There's
one
2
is.
girls that I see here in the cast list that are primary that haven't been.
Hold on, let me. It's not Chisaki, is it? No.
It's either Chisaki or
Ayano
is the 3rd girl.
Yeah, Ayano Kimishima.
Mm.
Yep.
Does she show up in this episode, the latest one?
No. This focus is more
on the best character of the show, his sister.
Yes. And she also wrote the 4th wall.
I saw that. I saw something for that when I was looking for my thread pick. That was the first.
You should use that as your thread pick.
I should have used it as a thread pick.
Yeah.
And here's your customary ecchi scene.
Yes, it's like, what? Like, who are you talking to? The people that can't see. The people you cannot see.
Here's the fan service.
Yeah, I was like,
great.
my goodness.
That was fucking great. I laughed when I saw that, and I was like, I can't wait to see this episode.
Yeah,
that's the last episode I need to see since I watched those.
But no, basically, she's the follower of Yuki. So this one more Makine, or Too Many Losing Heroines.
I love this show.
It's cute. It really is cute.
It's
a beach episode, but not like that, folks. Calm down. Calm the fuck down.
Yeah, not much ecchi.
Yeah, not really. Hardly any.
A little bit, tiny bit.
Tiny bit. But who was Kazuhiko talking to in this club room? It was Koto, Chika. Who was the people in that room, like the board members?
Komori.
Is it?
Hold on, let me pull up the cast list. 1 second.
Yeah, Chika Komori. Yumiko came in with like dead eyes.
Yep.
Because you need the proper paperwork and all this.
Yep.
What was I forget? What was the activity for? What they were doing, or was it just a regular fun beach day?
No, it was because the student council was on their ass that they don't really do activities. And so how can we give you money if you're not actually really doing shit? But just
like you're not doing club activities. So
yeah, so they decide, okay, we're gonna do 2 things. A, we're making all of you write a novel this weekend, and basically use the principle of being a shut-in, like fucking real real artists do, like real novelists, where like they're just stuck on their computer for hours and hours and hours over the course of days and days, writing and writing and writing so they can meet a deadline. We're gonna do that, but we're gonna do it at the beach.
Yep.
And so then he tells Anna, and Anna's like, I want to join, and proceeds to tell him a story basically about how since they're childhood friends, the families are close and they're going to do a barbecue and he doesn't want to be around them and blah, 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 blah. So I'll join. So they get another new member. It is Anna officially. And so the beach consists of the literature club, Lemon, Anna, Komori, Koto,
Yumiko, and Shintaro.
and yeah,
It was Shintaro, right?
Nuka,
Yeah, the
Nuka
president. Okay.
and Shintaro. Yeah.
Yeah, and of course, fucking Shintaro's talking to Kazuhiko's like, "Oh, Betty, you're gonna be excited about the bikinis. Like, this is every man's dream of seeing."
Yeah. He's like, I didn't expect you to pull two girls to come and join the club. That, let alone that they're fine.
So it's like this is where we get this is where you're gonna get your moment. The thing that people always go on. And who was it that shut him up?
Koto.
Kota. Yeah, I was like, no, like, shut up, no.
Shut up. Shut up.
Yeah, shut up. And he's like, where's your bikini? Damn it.
Yeah, for real.
But they do that. They're having fun at the beach.
Yep. Anna's fine. I love Lemon. I just have a thing for dark skinned girls. She's so hot.
Yeah, Lemon's fine. Kamari ain't bad. Anna
She wore her school uniform.
Anna's very dense.
She is.
That
But charming in her own way.
Yeah, what were you saying about Kamari?
She wore a school uniform, her school bikini, not bikini, her school swimsuit.
Yeah, the school swimsuit. Yeah.
Yep. Meanwhile, Anna wore like a really skimpy, like kind of looking one that was really, really cute, and then Lemon wore a cute one herself.
Right.
And Koto was just normal. She wore one piece, but it was elegant. So
yeah, more like it was like a black one piece.
Yeah, it was a black one piece, but it was very elegant.
Yep.
Shows off her curves and figure.
Right. But people are having fun.
Lots
so what happens next, Ethan? What happens?
Basically they go to get food, and we see Lemon and Nukamizu go get food. And they get a nice moment basically where they're talking, and Nukamizu just tries to console Lemon, like, hey, are you good from everything that happened? I was being conscious of like maybe I made it worse by taking you out and talking to you or whatever. And she's like, no, it'll be all right. And then she gets excited, and they start running in the sand, and Nukamizu loses a sandal and busts his ass. They both bust their ass, and they both laugh. And Nukamizu gets up, and you see Lemon there, and Lemon's like, pick me up. And he's like, huh? She's like, pick me up. Huh? And she picks herself up, and he's like, I don't get it. He's like, oh. And she's like, you're a typical boy. Sometimes girls just want to be spoiled. But then she chuckles, and she's like, Anna did say that's typically you. And she had like a little wry smile on her face. So clearly the two girls are talking about Nukamizu a little bit more. Lemon does find Nukamizu to be somewhat like charming in his own like dense way, to the reverse of what Matt was talking about Anna. So it's cute. There's a little bit of development there between Lemon and Nukamizu there. Right? Even though Lemon doesn't remember that Nukamizu has already seen her titties. But
right.
We digress. So we go along, and they basically, through the beach episode, they cook, and everyone's having a good time. And earlier, before they go start cooking, Lemon went to go get some ice cream or something with Anna, and came back with a fuck ton of fireworks. And apparently she won the top prize in some random like beach contest. Nothing sexual, guys, but she won like the top prize. Got a fuck ton of fireworks. So they're cooking, they're eating, everyone's having a good time. And then we see Anna's moment, because basically Nukamizu doesn't like his like meat raw. Ha, giggity. Doesn't like his meat raw. And so everyone eats the meat basically ahead of time. And there's a little bit of a teaser, which was funny, because early in the episode, right, Nukamizu's sister is like, hey, I'm not going to be home this weekend. Are you going to be okay? Are you going to survive? And Nukamizu's like, that's fine. I won't be home either. And as they're eating, Koto gives Nukamizu a plate and says, if you're hungry, eat this. And it's red bean paste rice. And what did they buy the previous episode, Matt? A bunch of, in celebration of Nukamizu getting friends?
What was it? What did they buy?
Red bean rice.
Oh.
So I guess you didn't pick up on the teaser that she's probably near the campsite with her own friends doing whatever.
Right.
But in any case, they eat, and then we see a moment basically where there's one solitary piece of meat, and Nukamizu's been eyeing the meat. He's gonna eat it. Anna, the fat ass that she is, grabs the meat, is gonna eat it, and Nukamizu is just like, my meat, and he even named the meat. It was hilarious. And Anna looks at him before she puts it in her mouth, and she's like, if you wanted the piece, you could have just said so. Here. And she like blows it for him, feeds him the meat. And as they're feeding each other the meat, there's a moment basically. Komari everyone's playing with fireworks, and Komari gets a dud, or what she thinks is a dud firework. and she lights the firework. She's holding it, and nothing happens. She stupidly points the firework at her face.
I was like, no.
And as it's about to go off, the president comes, saves the day, throws the firework, and as soon as he tosses it, fucking it explodes, and his hand gets a little bit burnt. And he tells Komori, like, you gotta value yourself more. Like, you gotta, like, you know, appreciate yourself. Lord knows what would have happened if that would have blown up in your face, how bad that would have been. And she's pretty, like, pretty self-deprecating. She's very, like, you know, no one pays attention to me. No one cares about my face. I'm not that pretty. All the other girls are pretty. I'm not pretty. And, you know, what's it called? And even the president's like, listen, if no one's looking at your face, you're looking at your face. And you've got a pretty face. So don't fuck up your face. And Komori goes for the gusto. She makes her move in front of the entire club. Right then and there, she confesses to the president and asks the president, will you go out with me? End episode.
We
already know she's gonna get rejected, but still.
I know. It's gonna be crushing.
Yep, she's basically gonna get rejected. We're gonna see Koto and them. I bet you anything is gonna be Koto and him that are fucking or together.
Right.
And that's gonna be brutal. And then Nukamizu has to play best friend to a third girl.
Yep, rebound for a third girl. Yep.
And we all know
he is everyone's silver medal.
And we all know he's gonna end up picking Anna. It's inevitable. But Lemon, pick Lemon. Pick Lemon.
Pick the lemon. Squeeze the lemon. DC the lemon.
Oh my god! In front of the
There's
nurse.
So many ways to cut the lemon. Cut it in half. Cut it in quarters. DC it. Squeeze it.
Make sure you do it with the
squeeze the juices.
Yes. Make some juice out of Lemon's juices.
Stop. I wouldn't go that far, but
you just said squeeze the juices out.
I bet the actual.
Don't get it in your eye. It may burn.
Yes, it'll squirt your eye. Moving on, let's get to our couple comedies. VTubers. A couple of references. High School DxD with that collab. We have fucking School Days. The Nice Boat. Yep, I love it.
Yep.
But half of this was the workout portion of where they had to use this Wii looking device thing, power pole extended. They had to do like the squats, the stretches, and 3 of them do it. I believe one, Aoyuki, Shion, and Nakoyama. Yep, they do it. Shion struggling. Aoyuki lied about being physically fit. No, not at all.
Ever.
And while Nakoyama is just like amateurs.
Yep.
Essentially.
She's fit from fucking.
Yep. But yeah, like they don't see them do the work, but they hear the pains, the groans. And it's like, fuck.
Mm-hmm.
But
especially in the ASMR mic.
Yep. Especially on the ASMR mic. I'm like, oh boy.
Moto, red. They're donating like crazy.
Yep, they're donating like red. What was the point of the High School DxD collab? Like, what was it for? Was it like a game?
I don't think so. I'm not too sure, quite honestly. I didn't find it very memorable.
Oh yeah, it's just for the people that are just horny. Let's just be honest. But yeah, it's like hype up games, card game, white shorts, or vice shorts. I would say the German way of saying it.
Sure.
Yeah. But for Aoyuki, she finally gets to do a collab with someone she really, 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 really idolizes. Haruhi.
Yep.
What's her thing as a VTuber? I know she's already has a schoolgirl outfit. Like, what does she do?
Game. She's a gamer.
Okay, she's just a popular gamer.
Yeah.
Yeah, she has to talk to her for a bit.
Doesn't
Her
realize it's her.
What?
Doesn't realize it's her.
Oh, doesn't realize it's her.
Ow, fuck.
Fuck.
Ow. Sorry, I just pinched my finger against my desk.
Oh no.
Son of a bitch, that hurt. Yeah, you're at the scene basically where they're doing the collab, right? They go to do the song, and yeah, so basically she gets picked up. Motherfucker, that hurt. She gets picked up in a car, and she starts having this conversation, and basically she doesn't recognize her because again, she's typical schoolgirl, and we hear Haru, who we find out later is Haru, just going off, and Yuki's like, "Damn, this bitch is weird. Like, I can't believe Live On has somebody on their staff like this." It's like, well, it is Live On. There's a bunch of diversity. It makes sense to a degree, I guess, if you want to say it that way. So she does her collabs. Everything is all good. And they're like, all right, now that you've done your collab as Yuki, as your actual like original personality, now we need your drunk personality. And you're like, I need alcohol for that, right? And don't you think that shouldn't maybe do that? And they're like, nah, you're fine. And we got somebody to collab with you on this too. And lo and behold, it is Haru. And basically she figures it out because the figurine, it's like a generic like figure, like it looks almost robotic in essence, like a generic AI, like like Vacant win the world title, that fucking figure. It's basically her. And over then, as she's like, "Wait, are you saying?" And then you see her like slowly turn into Sailor Moon transformation. Yes, it is me, Haru, and we're gonna have so much fun together. Oh my god, yay! And they proceed to record the song and get drunk.
Yeah, they record the song, and after Yuki announces she is going to be part of the next gen for this Hololive VTuber thing, she's now going to be a senpai. That's why she's happy.
Yes. I wonder who her kohai is.
Yeah, we will find out all of this.
It's losing points for me. It's still funny, but
it's passable.
It's not as like hype. Like the first couple episodes, I was like, yeah, this shit is the fucking bomb. And it feels really repetitive. Genuinely, the fact that they don't change their clothes really annoys me and pisses me off. Although Chris kind of had like a good like synopsis of it several days ago. He basically said like in essence, like drawing the comparison, like we said with Haru and her being like generic figure A, that these girls basically what you're seeing is the portrayal of their online personalities. Like we know them for their online personalities. We don't necessarily know who they are as individuals, right? So it makes sense that if you didn't know who these individuals were, you wouldn't recognize them. They may look like generic personality, generic figurine A, but the reason why they don't change clothes is because they're basically on their personalities 24/7, their online personalities. And that made some sense. And I was like, I can appreciate that like sentiment, that opinion of that, and it makes sense. But it's still a little bit of a drawback because you would like to see like differences. Like, why would this bitch go to bed in her fucking frilly dress? Why?
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. Like she's going out to
that would be very uncomfortable, especially the kitsune, like going to bed in that. Like
yeah, she's got like. There's no way this girl is really a human being, and she has 4 fucking foxtails.
Yeah,
that doesn't make sense.
There's
like,
no way she's like that in real life. Yeah.
Yeah, like it should be one of those things where it's like, all right, stream is over, and you see her like take her waistband off, and the foxtails fall on the floor, and she changes into some normal non-sexual pajamas, things like that. Whatever the case is, you could probably see Yuki getting shit faced and just taking her clothes off and just falling asleep in her bra and panties because she's fucking lit. Like that would make sense, not even from the lewd aspect, from the fan service aspect, but that would make sense given the character. You know what I'm saying? Like things of that nature. So you should portray them more when they do go through their day-to-day interactions in that. And it is frustrating, in my opinion, that they don't do that. So it kind of sucks, but that is what it is.
But let's move on with Deer.
Funny.
Pretty funny. We get to see the actual student council.
Yes.
And then it's
I love that the show said this show likes to ruin early on who the antagonist is.
Yep. They like to tell you.
They like to tell you. Yeah, that was funny.
And
it's
Neko Yamada.
Yep.
Kino Tanuki. And
all
Shiharu
animals.
Subamaya.
All animals except the third girl. I don't think that's a animal.
Subama?
I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think that's an animal.
I don't know, but either way.
Hey Google, What does Tsubame mean in
Here's the
Japanese?
definition of suburb: an outlying district of a city,
Not helpful.
especially a residential one.
Hey, Google, stop.
Yeah,
Sorry,
like,
continue.
shut up.
Didn't help.
But basically, Neko is getting pissed off because Koshi-tan is spending more time at Deer Club than student council. She wants to overthrow her,
Yep.
and she's like doing the whole two-faced personality, being nice to Koshi-tan, but not really.
Yeah, she throws little barbs at her, but nothing too salacious. And she's just like, haha, that's just your personality. Meanwhile, she's wishing death on fucking Koshi-tan.
Tanuki is over dramatic. If she fucks up once, it's like, my life is over. You must Sudoku me now.
Seppuku!
Yes. Like, you must kick me out of the student council immediately.
See, I like useless when it's funny.
Right.
That's funny.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, she was definitely funny. I was like, yeah, yo, calm down. Like, yo, easy. And Tsubasa, she's the generic emotionless girl, but has all those emotions inside.
Yep.
And they focus on her first when she goes to visit the Deer Club.
It's just call her Chiharu, because
Yeah,
her
Chiharu.
last name is Subameya. Just call it Chiharu, easier.
Yep. But Chiharu, she visits the Deer Club. Koshi-tan wants to show her around, but Bashime and Anko are kind of fucking ruining it.
Kinda.
Yeah, because Bashime is just going, hey, you want the rice and all this, and Anko just has her kunai out. So what are you to my sister? Huh?
And she's flicking the kunai around,
Yep.
like doing.
I say the wrong thing right now. I'll kill you.
Yeah, he's such a
So
throat.
Koshi just throws him out. Yep, and they're talking to Shikanoko is like, do not fuck this up. Oh yeah, here's our former delinquent in the video.
She's doing a dance.
Yep, singing and dancing, fucking this deer.
She's fucking the deer.
And it's like, where's the deer? Oh, like, he has a name made. Of course, the deer came back. Like, stop escaping the zoo.
Then he's eating the flowers.
Yeah. So he's like, how about you just do nothing? Stay here. Yep. But of course, fucking Shika just drowns Tsubasa in deer crackers.
And she loves it. Chiharu loves it.
And of course, Shika just takes her head off, top of her head off. Grass.
What's grass? Chiharu does.
Yeah. And Chiharu, she leaves, she goes back to her house.
Yep.
And she's so happy that Shikanoko talked to her. Like, she was a fan of hers. And like, oh, she senpai noticed me, basically. So that's the introduction to her. And now Tanuki.
Yes.
Koshi and Tanuki, they were in the gym area, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah, and they get locked.
She had to organize the gym closet, and they ended up getting locked. Of course, typical rom-com trope. And I was thinking when they did, I was like, oh, we're gonna get some Yuri bait.
And fucking Anko's just gonna throw kunai at the door until it blows up, exploding kunai.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, asshole, I changed the trash can. Yeah, this is the prick I was telling you about last night. Yeah. So, but anyway, so Shika, she's walking outside. Koshi sees like, hey, like, you gotta help us, like, let us out here. But of course, Shika is thinking about Deer Cracker in a music video.
Yep.
And it was a really nice music video, really nice song, and all of a sudden, Shika's talking about how the cracker will be sad about the like, oh, you must go back to the deer park where you belong. Throws it in the air as it flies away. And then the coach, she's like, you had a nice one, you had me feels, and then you ruined it. Why? And of course, Shika just walks away, ignoring Koshi. And Tanuki is now hiding in that little Jinbei. What were they called?
The leaper or whatever it is.
But yeah, she was hiding in the leaper.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, I hate myself. Just let me die. But Koshi calms her down until door opens. Chika. Yeah, so Koshi goes up to her, like, dude, how'd you know I was here? Like, no, I'm here to collect the mushrooms I've been harvesting here.
The secret mushrooms I've been.
Secret shrooms. She's farming shrooms, folks.
She is.
And then
she opens the leafer.
Yep, and Tanuki is there, covered in shrooms, and she goes like, "You're here for the shrooms."
No.
Yep.
End episode.
Yeah, no, not yet. They're all at the Deer Club. They're hanging out, and of course, fucking Neko is the only one that's doing council room. Saying, where the fuck is everyone?
Hanging out at the Deer Club.
Yeah, forget Neko. She's fine. She don't matter here.
She don't.
Fun episode. I like the new student council people.
All right.
Well, Tanuki's fine.
Yeah.
But I'll let you have this one. Code Geass.
What the fuck did happen to Code Geass?
Yeah, that's the thing. What the fuck did happen? It was kind of like a break until the end.
Yeah. I mean, the main focus basically is the aftermath of what happened with the Damocles. They're able to save everybody basically by routing the Damocles over into one of the state parks that is in Hokkaido, and they managed to actually, save a lot of people, minimal damage, minimal deaths, and basically we have the aftermaths, and so everyone's trying to reformat things, but the main focus of the episode truly falls on Ash and her name starts with an L. Let me find it. Nara. Sorry, it's Nara. Ash and Nara. Basically, we get another like semi cringeworthy scene where Ash obsessing over Sakura. But then he sees Nara as they're walking to go shopping, and basically he leaves Sakura, just flat out leaves her, says, "I'll see you again," very seriously, and heads over into the car with Nara. Nara, from her part, shoos away her body security and was just like, "Hey, I got stuff to do. I'll meet you back at the compound." Okay. They get in the car, and then we get a tense moment between them. Basically, they're having conversation while Nara's driving to wherever she was driving, and they have each other at gunpoint. Basically, Ash has his gun at her head, and Nara has her gun like aimed at like his like kidney area. And they start having real conversations, and a couple pieces from that really stick out from that conversation. And keep in mind, basically, Sakura ahead of time was like, "Oh, this will be interesting," and gives him like a little candy as like a "Oh, see you soon. Thank you for being a patron of ours." But it's got a listening device in it, so we can spy. So she can spy, and she's trying to run after the vehicle, and she can't run after the vehicle, and she's losing signal, and so she uses her Geass on like some random biker dude and steals his bike.
Yeah, I was like, "What the fuck, guys?"
Yeah, and then fucking just starts chasing after them, very like tailing them. And the whole conversation, the two pieces that come out are basically Ash is a former Britannian Knight of the Rounds.
Yeah.
Right. And so he's a former Knight of the Rounds. That's why they were able to recognize his like fighting style. And the second more major piece is that he's basically the adopted son of Norland, who is our main baddie. And we find out basically he like was, I assume, presumed dead, and he basically abandoned post and abandoned Norland and all of that to just disappear. So Norland probably thinks that he's dead, and Nara's the only one who's realized quickly like who this person is. And basically Nara tries to convince him like, "Hey, you don't have to do this. You don't have to be a terrorist. Come back to us. You'll have your position again," all of that. And Ash is like, "No." And so then Nara's like, "All right, well, you don't have to come back, but you don't have to be a terrorist. Just live your life somewhere. I've got connections. I can move you overseas. You can start a brand new life away from everything going on in Japan." He's like, "No, I'm not going to do that." And so basically they don't come to an agreement, but they do manage to put their guns down for a little bit before they started disagreeing again. And basically Ash just abandons ship. He just jumps out the fucking moving car. And the rest of the episode is kind of awkward between them because now Sakuya knows this information about Ash and doesn't know what to say, tries to play it off, but it's not really working. She's not eating because Ash had made dinner. He's not really eating, so he's just okay, whatever, and just he's being normal. And the episode basically ends with Sakuya trying to like Rose, if you want to say, because she's back in Rose form. Rose trying to really process all the information that he had heard from that tapping, basically that wiretapping that he did.
Right. Also, didn't the doppelganger get caught too? the doppelgangers, like her double, like.
Oh yeah, that is a point. Basically,
That's how it ends. Yeah.
one of the other. Yeah, that's true. Actually, the real end of the episode is one of the knights quickly recognizes that Sakuya isn't truly Sakuya, and basically says like, "Hey, you're really." I think it's the opposite. I think it is Sakuya's Rose and Sakura is the doppelganger, and calls her by her name. You're really Sakura, aren't you? Or something along those lines. I don't. Let me actually go back to the list. Let me see.
But either way, you're not who you say you are.
Rose is Rose, and then where's the princess? Is the princess even on this list? Princess should be on this list. Nina, Catherine, Ash,
Should be.
and Callus. Yeah, the princess isn't even on this fucking list. They have Rose listed twice. Okay, Rose is Sakuya. They said so. They have Rose. They have two voice actors for Rose. You have Rose, and then you have Rose as Sakuya. So you're really Sakura. They pretend that she's Sakuya, but she's really Sakura, and Rose is Sakuya.
Right.
A little bit confusing, but nonetheless.
It is, yeah. But no, this is fun. So good way to end it. Like, oh shit.
I'm enjoying the fuck out of this. I'm enjoying the absolute hell out of this.
Right. Moving on. We got 4 left. Wow.
Yeah, well, we skipped fucking 3.
Well, we didn't skip them. They just didn't air.
Yeah, the season skipped 3. So
yeah. So let's go with Tower of God.
Solid episode.
Solid episode.
A lot of death and betrayal.
A lot of death. Bam got schooled by this guy.
He got screwed over, realistically.
Right, but he got knocked out.
Yep.
But the real person that was the fuck up here was
Lurker.
Lurker
is the one that was really masterminding everything.
Yeah, Lurker was basically killing people. And one of them was Naya.
Naya. And we come to find out about Naya's backstory. Yeah.
And Ja was like begging, pleading like to stop that, but Naya's just like, it's okay.
Yeah. She basically betrayed Ja so she can have the debt on her old man, because she was basically homeless, and an old lady picked her up, gave her a job, gave her a roof over her head, but the old lady was in debt because of the debt.
Also, Naya's a guy.
Sorry, yeah, Naya's
called Lurker cheater.
Yep. And Lurker was like, I have to betray you so I can forgive the debt. And Lurker's like, well, I can't forgive all the debt. Like, huh? And he's like, well, I wasn't going to kill you now, but I have to kill you now. And kills Naya. And that sets Ja off. And Ja, basically, as we said, as Matt just said a few seconds ago, that Bam got screwed. Bam gets saved by Ja. Because
first he tells the test taker, like, hey, like, stop the test.
Yeah.
There's murder going on. Like, Naya got killed, and the guy's like, so?
Mm-hmm.
Essentially, like, so? People die in this tower.
It's just another day in the tower.
Yeah, but Josh talking to Bam, like, trying to get him, like, basically snap out of his little days, type of thing.
But basically what he does is, like, so Bam is frozen by the test taker, right? And
do you know his name?
I don't know if he shows up. Give me a second.
Yeah, he's on the casting list.
Is he? Love. We always forget it's Love. So Love screws Bam, and like, game over. You lost. And basically, the remote was right in front of him. Ja busts in the room, throws a grenade. The remote goes to Ja. Ja picks up the remote. He asks for the test to be over. He said no. He's like, all right, fine, fuck you. Bam, or Viole in this instance. Viole, help me out. Help me kill these motherfuckers. If you help me, I'll give you this remote. You can pass and we can move on. Okay. And he does. And we basically see Viole, Ja, and all the other good people go against Lurker and his people, because Lurker basically is taken over from the president, that little like dweeby fucking kid. And because they turned on him too, he's basically gonna he unfortunately got killed. We couldn't do anything, and he's gonna become basically president. He's gonna like turn everything over. So basically, with their powers combined, they all managed to basically like corner Lurker and defeat the other guys. But Ja, again, seeing red, just goes off. He sticks the grenade in Lurker's mouth. But before he does that, Lurker basically gives him the spiel, like, you know, like, it's the tower. The tower is full of mischief, and betrayal and murder, and you're no different. You kill me now, that's no problem. But if you kill me now, you'll have to kill someone else later, or someone else will kill you. And basically, Ja takes this talk no jutsu to heart and says, "All right, fine," and fucking lets him live. And he's like, "You're eliminated. I don't ever have to see you again. Don't come to me for this debt. I'll kill you,
Right.
but I forgive you. You'll live," which is a little infuriating because it's like, bro, this guy just killed like your only friend that you had, and you went through all this effort, and you're not gonna fucking get revenge after all the bullshit this motherfucker put you through. It was way too fast, and that was the critique that we saw in our anime.
Yeah,
group.
like I don't mind that. It's just how quick it was.
It was so quick. It felt really rushed. That was
Like yeah, like this happened all in the span of like 10 minutes.
It did. It went from seeing scorched earth to like having him cornered with a grenade in his mouth, and he's like, "I forgive you." Okay, and so test is over. Bam gets his remote, and all the other test takers. Because of all the bullshit that Love pulled through this, because he didn't clear any of this through the administrator, and so the administrator's like, "All right, everybody who lived, gets the pass, and send them up the tower." And everyone has a nice celebratory meal on Love, and everything's all good. But we find out Love, again, as we found out in the previous episode, has a grudge against Fug because Fug killed his parents. The administrator is like, "Forget your grudge. You're here as a test admin. Just do the test admin. We're all good. Forget it." And he's like, "Okay." Love goes out, treats everybody. The admin, as soon as Love leaves, contacts someone and says, "We've passed Ja Wegman per the wishes of Fug." So we find out basically he's in cahoots with Fug, if not part of Fug already.
Yeah.
So Fug is obviously a much bigger mastermind to this whole ordeal than even we know.
Right.
So, and then the episode ends with Viola and him just like talking and agreeing to like, work together. And
yeah, Bam actually work with people.
Yeah,
and we get a glimpse of Kun.
That's the real end. Yeah, Kun shows
like,
up
yes!
as a teaser, so we finally may see what is going on up in the tower.
Yeah, the real best characters.
The real best characters, yes.
Yeah, so can't wait for that too. Whenever that actually happens. Not a bad episode, but definitely rushed.
They definitely felt rushed.
Yeah, like their action is not their best strong suit.
It depends. The peak of their action is strong, not as strong as many other.
Right, but but they're just very quick.
It is. It's not.
It's not the main focus. It's more about the tower itself, the character itself.
It's not. It really is. You're right. It really is more character driven with sprinkles of action. That's really what it is. You know what it is? I think it's got that equivalent. Remember, we always talk shit about God of High School, where the action was great, but it wasn't focused on it.
Yeah, and the story.
The problem with God of High School is that the characters weren't fleshed out at all. Tower of God does a really good job of fleshing its characters out and does similar pacing when it comes to action. Like when the action's there, it's solid or better than solid, but we don't get enough of it to that degree to warrant it being like, oh my God. You know what I mean?
Right.
So.
No, I hear you. In any event, let's go with the one you picked up, Elusive Samurai.
Yes. Solid. I binged it all after we got off the air last week.
Yes.
And it was solid.
And we got our new baddie.
Yes.
Salamune. Jesus Christ, he's scary.
Creepy as fuck. By the way, the other creepy thing that I don't know if you were going to mention this, but we might as well mention it now. Having what's his dick? The main protagonist, the one who betrayed everybody. Where is Elusive Samurai on my list?
Are you talking about the god?
No.
The actual traitor.
Takauji. Yeah, Takauji, and he comes out with fucking like 20 eyes in his eye.
Yeah.
That was creepy.
I was like, holy shit.
I was like, whoa, that's fucking weird.
So we're gonna find out more about him. Yeah, because basically he doesn't want a role in the Imperial Court, but he wants to give something to his men. Make it seem like, oh, he's this nice guy. The Ashikaga family finally overthrew the Hojos.
Yeah.
And this empire, like no more shogun. It's now just the lords.
Yeah. Oh, it sounds like America.
Yeah, basically. So while that happened, Suwa is of course talking to these new seven samurais technically, but the kids. But
yeah.
And this is where we get our baddie of Ogasawara, he really wants Suwa. Like he has a gripe with Suwa,
Yep.
this god. And he's like, all right, let me showcase myself for you. Like you see that person all the way in the tree and all that.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's fucking
Dead.
I think it nicked her ear type of thing.
Oh yeah, it did. That's right. It fucking
Yeah.
like it tore a piece. Like, it went. He Mick Foleyed her ear.
Yeah, like if she didn't react or anything like that, probably could have died.
Oh, easily.
And so
No, I don't even think that. I think he purposely missed.
Okay,
It was a warning. It was a warning. He purposely missed.
that's a warning shot. Like, all right, it's like
yeah, because it hit the tree behind her, but in the process, made the
like,
point known.
basically, you're not going to ambush me. I know.
Yeah.
But they proposed a contest to Suwa. What's that contest, Ethan? Dog shooting.
Oh, dog. Yeah, that's right. Dog shooting.
The archery.
Yes. That's right.
And he's like this excellent marksman. Oh, guys, also, it doesn't kill the dogs.
I thought it was killing the dogs, and I was.
I know. I would have said hell no.
I was uncomfortable with that, and then I realized
they see like, okay, it's just
they have like blooded ends.
Yeah, basically, it just hurts him a bit. And fucking Tokiyuki, he's like watching amazement, but he looks over at Suwa. It's like, oh man, is he actually scared of this guy? But it turns out Suwa's like, this is gonna be really bad in the future. I really have to explain myself. This is the past. It's okay, guys. And he's like, what the fuck, guys? But he does that. Wants to, but it's like, no, you're not gonna have me.
No.
You're gonna have this guy here, Tokiyuki.
Yep.
So Tokiyuki, he's trying, but our little antagonist here keeps interfering.
He keeps trying to go after him. Basically, the dog contest. The principle of the contest is the amount of dogs you hit. You get a point. If you manage to manage the other person, it depends where you hit them, and if vice versa, you can go after the other person, and you get a lot of points if you hit them. So basically, first shot, our antag, he misses. First shot from Tairayuki, he hits a dog in the side, in the ribs. 1 point. So he's up 1-0. And the strategy from our god is basically, listen, get a dog, run the fuck away. You're good at hiding and seeking, just run, zigzag, do whatever. Avoid all the arrows. So that way, when he runs out of arrows, you'll win the game. Because he always only focused on you, and you focused on the dog.
Right.
And so that was the plan. However, plan doesn't quite go according to plan, because basically with his last arrow, what's his dick? I forget his name now. Shirayuki?
Ogasawa.
Sorry. Ogasawa hits Tairayuki in the fucking head with the fucking arrow. Hits him straight in the head. And that was worth how many points, Matt?
What did he say?
5 points.
Yep. Yeah, that's right. Head and neck is 5 points.
Head and neck is 5 points. And basically now Tokiyuki is down 5-1. And Homeboy's got no arrows, but he's still going to use his horse probably to interfere and move dogs and things of that nature. And basically, Tokiyuki kind of has like a life flashes before his eyes moment. He starts thinking like, shit, if that was a real arrow, I'd be dead. Like, I would have been no coming back. This thing would have been over. Like, what am I going to do? And then the episode really ends with him like looking up and saying, this is fun. Like, he just got turned on. He's bleeding out his head because that was how hard he got hit. All that, and he's like, this is fun, and he just goes off. So now we're going to see the conclusion of the dog race or the dog shooting in the next episode.
Yeah. So I'm definitely curious to.
It's a fun show. The gore is what sells me the absolute most, and the period piece in general. Like, I'm a sucker for period pieces. I do like a good period piece. So the period piece is good, and then the gore sells me truly. And then everything else is, solid.
Yeah, they don't shy away with the violence when it's called for.
Yeah. And it is lighthearted in other stretches, which takes away from the violence, but not in a bad way.
Right. Yeah, like you're still following your show and demographic, but you're also getting that violence mixed in with it.
Yeah.
And of course, the treating, the main cast, like their ages type of thing.
Is this? I was going to say also, they make references as if this is somewhat historically accurate.
In the 1300s?
Yeah, I feel like they've made a couple references in the show already where they actually mention legitimate real life.
Hold on, you might be right. As I see a title here, I'm gonna put in the Google search. Hold on.
In the Google machine. What does the Google machine say?
Hojo Tokiyuki was an actual samurai.
Yeah, like these characters are actual legitimate characters from back in the 1300s. So they're actually getting much of
Yeah,
I mean,
it's like with Villain Saga.
Yeah, it's over dramatized, but it's still like these are legitimate folks they're representing. So I think that's a huge bonus too.
Right. But
happy I picked it up.
Oh yeah. Hold on. You seeing the drama with Adam Cole?
No, what?
Oh, he's apparently moving to Pennsylvania by himself.
Oh.
By himself. He updated this on his Discord.
Oh.
Yeah, actually, I have it right here. Can't explain how much I miss the streams hanging out with you all, so this move has been much more intense than I had planned. I am moving by myself from Florida to Pennsylvania. So it's taking much more time than I had planned. I don't think I'm going to be able to stream until next week. We'll talk about the stream. So I don't know. Did Britt have an affair? Did they break up? Powerhouse house, baby.
Once you go black, you never go back. Big black and jacked.
Powerhouse.
Powerhouse.
She felt the powerhouse.
Oh man.
Adam Cole could have come back as a skinhead. MAGA Cole, baby.
MAGA Cole, baby. Donald Trump, baby. Oh god.
Oh god, that'd be awful. I would also fire him. Like I'm ready to like Adam Cole. So
Adam Cole and his secret partner. Oh, is it gonna be Bobby Fish? Is it gonna be? It's MAGA Butcher.
Oh my god, fucking too.
Imagine you see.
He looks awful, by the way.
Yeah, he looks atrocious. He looks
like he escaped hospice.
He looks like a cancer patient that will not die.
Yeah. Somehow.
Not trying to make a cancer joke.
I was trying not to. I was trying to avoid that. I was like,
I know you're sensitive to that, and this week I'm sensitive to it this week as well. But you know,
my goodness.
If the joke is there, you gotta take it.
Yeah, it is there. Co-main Oshi no Ko.
And let me tell you what, like I said earlier in the episode, this week's episode, or the week we're going to talk about, was phenomenal. This week's was that much better.
Right.
Cannot wait for you to see this map and to talk about it next week.
Cannot wait. I know what happens. I saw the clip of what Akane said.
Oh.
Yeah. I like, okay. They did
Best
that. They did
fucking girl. Best fucking girl. And at first, when you first put this on, you're like, you hate Kana. I don't hate Kana. I just love Akane a billion times more.
Sorry, man hates Kana.
Starman loathes Kana.
He doesn't get it. He don't get it.
He's one step away from wishing the bus. He's almost there. He's almost there.
I'm like you don't understand.
He's almost there. I tell you what,
I say she is the most real character compared to everyone else of those casts.
Bro, today's episode, she just upped her bitch to like another like +5 out of 10 points. That's how much she upped the bitch in her. It was
good.
Wild. It was wild.
But we go to production. Abiko saw the play, obviously.
Yep. So
it's her, Raida, the former writer.
Yep.
And I forgot who else. I guess an agent.
Goa, Raida,
Norio.
Abiko, and Abiko's publisher.
Yeah, the publisher. So basically, she is agreed to let him do the script still, but she wants to collab with him.
Work in tandem.
Yep.
There's no miscommunications, no mistranslations, no telephone game, doing it in real time. And like we said it basically, we didn't say this. This was kind of teased in the previous week, but no, basically over the course of like them talking, and they're doing this at nighttime, they really start to get into it. They're like, why
they
do we
got
cut
rid of
this?
a lot of stuff.
Why don't we do this? If we're explaining this, we don't need this. Yeah, we don't need this or this then because we've explained it here. Let's emphasize this.
And he asked her, "What do you think about the stage play?"
Yeah.
And she liked it. She did.
Yeah.
And
he's like, contrary to your belief, I'm actually like good. I'm well desired in the playwriting world.
In the stage play field, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's morning time, and the producer, publisher are like,
thank you.
They got rid of a lot.
Yeah, they cut the fuck out the script.
But they're like, it has to rely on the actors. If the actors do well, this is gonna go well.
And of course, Akane loves every change. It's right down her alley.
Yep.
And Kana hates every change.
But she's also aware, like, okay, it's actually up to us now.
Yeah,
like,
she's up for the challenge.
Yeah, like basically, if we do well, it's gonna go great. But if this fails, it's actually all our fault. Which is right, because it is solely up to the actors now.
Yeah, it's risk and reward, and you'll learn actually, like in this week's episode when you see it, Kana mentions there's a part where she basically like mentions about like the fuel to her fire, and this is like the first genesis of her like saying those comments in the next episode. In my opinion, there's a correlation between the two that you'll see, or maybe pick up on.
Right, and so Aqua, he's just mellow about it. The rest of the cast, like some are okay with it, some are a little nervous.
Yep,
like,
they're all gonna do their best. Gambare.
Like, this is right to our playing field. Oh, I worked with the writer before, so I know what he wants. So this is easy for me.
Yeah.
They are getting it, but Aqua is not.
He tries, right? He's trying, and they basically like the director, like put more emotion
in the middle. Yeah,
he's like, put more emotion in it, put more emotion, and basically Kana talks some shit while he and Akane are talking, right? And he finally gives in. He's like, all right, Akane, help me. And Akane's like, yay, I'm wanted, and starts going in.
Yeah, first Akane saying, well, you need the emotional acting. What is not just that, like also physical as well, and the emotional aspect of it. And Kana's like, all right, look, don't baby him.
Yeah.
Which honestly, she is right. You don't want a baby. Like, just tell it like it is.
Yeah, but don't do what she did. Which was
again, she did not know, but the advice is actually legitimate. I got that from my acting coach.
Sure.
when I was in school.
The absolute worst way to trigger somebody unknowingly.
Yeah. Well, again, did not know. It's not gonna be like, oh, I know your secrets. She's not Christian Cage. Your mother's dead.
Christina Cage.
Yes, Kana Cage.
Kana Cage. That's it. She's Kana Cage.
I heard you had a mother, and your mother's dead. Let that sadness go through you.
To Matt's point though, the real turning point of the show, basically, she walks up to
think of, especially for a child actor, like think of the worst thing. Think of watching your mother die, and
he literally whispers to Aqua, think about watching your mother die in front of you.
And also think of the stuff that makes you happy, because you need the happy and the sad.
And there's hardly anything that makes Aqua happy to begin with. But...
Well, Kana was in most of it, so
yeah, Kana was in most of it.
So fuck all y'all hate us.
She said that first piece first, right? The second piece first, right? Think of all the stuff that makes you happy, and then she whispered in his ear.
It was the mother first.
But basically, Aqua has a full blown panic attack, starts dry heaving,
and he falls down a bit.
Yeah,
and basically, I'm gonna take a break.
Yeah. And he's just laying on the ground.
And Akane goes up to him.
Yep, director tells Akane to go to him.
Yeah, like you're the girlfriend, right? Go to him. And then Akane's like, well, she actually does feel bad. Like she really like, oh shit, like I actually caused that, but he's gonna get it now. He's gonna get it.
I'll tell you this: at the end of the next episode, he's still struggling. He's gonna get it, but
but it's still
raw. It'll be raw.
Yeah, until he actually controlled those emotions with it.
He's
He's gonna be
struggling.
struggling a bit, but you know
He's
what? That's
struggling.
good. I don't want him to get it like that.
That entire scene with the devil and all that's causing his panic attack, causing him to dry heave and shit.
Yeah, like you don't deserve happiness.
You see him again in the next episode. Just see him again, and he's there.
Yeah. So once he actually breaks through that, it's gonna be fantastic.
That's probably gonna be the next episode after this week's. So hopefully we'll see.
Yeah, because the play starts in the next episode, right?
Yes, the next episode. Basically, the last episode that aired today. Literally, the curtains are rising.
Okay, so we're actually gonna see. Okay, and then if they're gonna want to think of it, they're gonna focus on Ruby a little bit after.
Yeah, she gets a lot of screen, not a lot, but she gets a decent amount of screen time in this week's episode.
Right,
Ruby does, and we get something. I'm not gonna spoil it, but Ruby does something, and I'm like, yo.
Yeah, but we'll figure that out when we get there.
Indeed,
but maybe. But Akane takes Aqua home to Taishi.
Yep.
And Taishi talks to her a bit.
Yep.
Explains a bit of what happened.
He's got severe PTSD.
Yep. But during that, Akane is in the room with Aqua.
Yep.
She hears him calling out to Ai, and she's finally putting two and two together. Like looks up to Ai. She had a child, died 14 years ago. Had trouble when he was a kid, watching someone die.
The last name. Yep. Similar characteristics. She figures it out, but she doesn't act on it. She doesn't ask. He basically wakes up.
Yeah, she treated it as a what if in her head.
Aqua wakes up. Akane's crying. Aqua's like, "Why are you crying?" And she's like,
"Oh, I just had a what if thought."
Had a what if thought, and then she just hugs him and says, "Like, I'm here for you. I'll always be here for you.
You don't need to be sad anymore."
As she has those fucking eyes, the eyes, the star eyes, her star eyes go off when she starts going into deep
does not need to do it as I right now.
Yeah.
So, no, that was a very nice episode. It was nicely done.
It was a great episode, and like I said, this week's episode to me was even better.
Well, maybe it might close. It might close on there next week.
This show is firing on all cylinders.
It is. No,
I don't want to close on it next week. I don't. I feel like there's more. Oshinoko is one of those ones where we're gonna wait till the penultimate or something. We're really
gonna fall somewhere else,
huh?
To see if they fuck up somehow.
Hopefully not, because I mean it's firing on all cylinders right now. This is easily a top 5 anime of the season. Easily.
Oh no, for sure. All right, main event: Nier Automata.
I love this episode. I'm loving this season.
Oh yeah, no, I'm glad that we're doing this.
I've come around, Matt.
Good. I am glad.
Coming around.
But we basically picked where we left off. Commander has the virus.
Yep.
Bunkhouse is going down. 2B and 9S are the last units of Yorha.
Yep.
As they are escaping back down to Earth, the infected Yorha units are attacking them, but 2B basically had 9S's ship shut down so we can get to safety.
Yep.
And 2B is fighting them off.
Alone.
And she does, but unfortunately, when she lands,
virus.
She got the virus.
It
finally affected her.
And when she lands, by the way, she's missing an arm.
Yep. She lost her left arm.
Yep.
Yeah, left arm affected with the virus. 9S is nowhere near her.
She landed basically in the normal where they've been at for the most of the season. 9S landed in the desert.
Yep, and what'd you call it? And we get that piano of their song they play the most, the Shades of Ruin, the City of Ruin, and they get the piano version of it, and it just makes it very sad.
It is because basically, as you see along, 9S has to fight 2 caterpillar enemies and has to hack into one as he's almost about to die.
And has to get to 2B in time to maybe get the virus out of it.
Meanwhile, 2B is having to fight a bunch of people, and throughout this entire scene while the piano's going, you hear virus contamination at 25%.
Going up.
Virus contamination at 37%.
Her vision, her mobility.
Yep. She's spazzing out. She's bleeding out.
Yep. And she cannot. It's incurable for her.
And there's no backup. She can't. She can't back up herself, black box herself, and come back to Yorha. There's no more Yorha.
Yeah, once you're dead, that's it.
Yep.
And she's on the bridge. She's near 90%.
Yep.
2 more units came. They're beating up 2B. But A2,
saves 2B
yep,
temporarily.
but 2B look like she has it. She stabs a sword to the ground.
98%. In
Yep,
fact.
telling A2 that this is it for her, and her eyes are now red.
Yep. And
like,
beforehand,
it's up to her.
yeah,
And 9S, he's there. He's at the jungle. He's at the bridge.
he's on the bridge.
He's
But
on-
yep.
Before this, so real quick, 2B reflects on her time with 9S, like how she never called him Nines. It's just
Yep.
9S.
Yep.
As 9S says, my friends call me Nines.
Yep.
Never called them that.
Yorha not supposed to have emotions. Yorha not
Yep.
supposed to have emotions. Yorha not supposed to harbor emotions throughout this entire segment.
Yep, and that's part of the reasons why she has to kill him every time.
Yeah.
And as 9S is like halfway through the bridge, he sees a sword stabbed through 2B by A2. And
the
2B
last
looks
thing-
over, it says Nines.
Her last words were 9s.
And
But before that, too, 2B had put all of her memories and stuff into the sword. So when A2 picks up the sword before she stabs her, she sees everything, and her eyes open up like, wow, this is wow.
Yeah, like memory recovery and all that.
Yeah.
She has all that.
And then proceeds to
And
fucking stab her.
9 as is just he's screaming.
Apoplectic.
Yep. Cry like no, we can't believe this. What's going on? A2's like cutting her hair with the sword.
Yeah, she's gonna be 2B.
Yeah, to be 2B again. And 9S just runs like, I'll kill you. And of course, the bridge collapses. He falls down.
Yep, and basically
getting that revenge.
Yeah, no, because the android or the mobile life forms,
the life forms, yeah,
the life forms, they activated some sort of like underneath thing and collapsed like half of the city, and it turns into like this giant, I guess it looks in essence kind of like if you think of like the St. Louis Bridge, that arch. It turns into a giant arch. We don't know what the actual thing is made out of. I don't know if it's steel or earth. We don't know, but it basically is just one giant bridge over the city of ruin. And I forget now, but I remember there was a distinctive shape in the center of the ruin that hung down. And I'm not making a sexual reference, but it was something that was visually like it stuck out to me. And I don't remember now, since it's been a few days, what exactly stuck out about it. But there is something in the center that, if you look, sticks out, and I think that may be a crux of something as we go along. Do you know what I'm saying, since you played the game?
Yeah.
And that is something of significance.
But they handled this beautifully. I was very happy.
It was great. It was great. I was sucked in. That entire 22 minutes, I was sucked in.
Yeah, they handled that perfectly, and we're now going to follow A2.
Is this the moment that you said that you were waiting on, or is there another one?
This is the one I said I wanted to close on.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I said we should close with it.
Okay, makes sense.
I was like, all right, this is coming. This is actually going to be next, actually, so hold on.
This is it.
Because we could have done it with the whole bunker blowing up and everything. Like, no, wait just a minute. There's one more.
And this is it.
Yeah, there's going to be more fucked up shit, and I don't know how they're going to end it, but yeah, 9S, A2, Jesus Christ. I just can't wait for you to see that.
Yeah. This is where robots work, Matt.
Yeah, this is Android handled nicely. This is like the best one for the seasons.
Yeah, like I said, season 2 has been fucking amazing. I've got it. Like, if I were to rate it as right now, if this was 4 episodes, if this is a 4-episode mini series, I would give it like a 4.25, 4.5.
Yeah, this was the this was like the special to lead into the season 2 where it is just A2. Yeah, that this would have been like I would give like a 4.5.
Yeah, no, like I would if we were like that makes sense, and it really feels that way. It really felt like a finale. And I thought that when I closed it and I switched over, and I was like, what is there else to do? It's a tragic end. This is flawless. This is a flawless end as far as I'm concerned. And then, like you said, it leads perfectly into a season 2. So that makes total sense. Like if you were to give me all of season 1 and you give me this, because I wasn't a huge fan of season 1, I think I gave season 1 3.5. I would have bumped this up to a 4 because of the ending. The last 4 episodes would have bumped this up to like a 4.
Yeah, but I can't wait for more. We got 8 more Yeah, you're gonna see a different side of 9S, and A2 is great. So I'm okay with her like being the new main character.
Secondary main, yeah.
Yeah, but it's like her story now, basically. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, so yeah, because you play as A2 in the game after 2B dies.
So it's similar to Red Dead Redemption 2, where you play as John Marston after Arthur
yes.
died.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and there is a way to play 2B full game if you get a certain ending. But most of the time it leads to 2B dying around that time.
2B's meant to die.
Yeah. She is meant to die, yeah.
Raw.
Now, whether she comes back or not, that depends on the ending.
Mm-hmm.
And true ending can't, well, I don't know if there's a true ending, so.
Yeah, like you said,
So
there's
I'll
what,
wait.
12 endings, you said?
There's a lot. There's a lot of that. Just like 20 endings or so.
That's fucking wild. I mean, that's impressive to come up with 20 different scenarios.
Yeah.
And let that be your actual credit ending like
Yeah,
thing.
and then having a legitimate ending if you do the right stuff to get it.
And it gives people a reason to play. And like, all right, well, I got ending number 50. Let me
I got ending B. Is it the real ending? No, it's not the real ending. So how do I get this real ending?
I'm up to ending F. Where's the real ending?
Yeah. Well, it's not alphabetical order that you get it. It just depends on what you do.
I'm sure people have laid it out.
Oh well, one ending is very easy. It's just remove the black box in the game. That's it. You're dead. Yeah, like here's ending K. Remove your own black box. That's it. It's like, oh okay. Everything's gone. All right.
I only got 10% in the game. What the fuck?
Yeah, basically.
10% progress.
But it is one of them.
It's kind of like that has to be like a joke. That just has to be.
It is, yeah. There are jokes like one was like eating a fish and the oils of that fuck up the machine.
It's fucking ridiculous.
But closing thoughts before we get out of here.
I love summer. I keep saying it. I love summer. Summer is immensely better than the spring for me already.
Yeah, no,
we're only a quarter of the way done.
I'm enjoying summer now, and much better than last year's summer.
Oh, I don't even remember last year's summer. What was? Yeah,
it was basically all the bigger shows had all the hype, and most of them did not deliver.
Now I'm gonna look for the summer. Where's
2023?
23.
Yeah, we had the Nier delay. We had
winter, spring, summer. Jobless 2, Bleach 2.
First half of Jobless.
Happy Marriage, Duke of Death, Rag, Cormia, Seven Spell. Yeah, this is immensely better. Better than summer last year.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah! Like if you were to put all these shows into this season,
yeah.
Literally, My Happy Marriage, Bleach, and Jobless are the only ones that would probably make it.
Well, that's the thing. Now we had Undead, Zong 100. It actually did not have the hiatus.
Yeah.
First half of Jujutsu was great. Kenshin it didn't hit the peak yet. Like basically the shows the most hype. Some delivered, some didn't, but the ones that you didn't expect did deliver. But the fact that people didn't watch them, it's like, yeah, it didn't get the credit they deserve. So that was what we were, and it just felt like a chore for the ones that we were hyped for, but didn't like. Oh, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, for sure.
But with that, the cafe is closed. You can follow me on Twitter at DamonPhoenix12. You can follow me on Instagram at Vincent Evergrande Cosplay. You can follow Ethan on Instagram at EnemyDaisuke24 and his Twitter Showstopper24.
Now that I got it back after I got fucking hacked.
Yep. I know. I saw that. Like, oh, you got it back. I
was very surprised when I logged in. No one posted anything like nefarious. Or I went through my DMs, nothing. I was like, oh. I don't know if they scrubbed it. Like maybe they went back. Like I don't know.
Or they were like, you know what? You can have it. You have it back.
What do you follow? Porn accounts and you post about
you say stuff like this. You follow these. Like, what do I have to do? Hey, here you go.
Here you go, you fucking loser.
Degenerate.
I bet you're voting a Democrat too, you bitch.
Yes.
Probably what Elon said.
But follow our Facebook page at Otaku Cafe. Follow our Twitter at Otaku Cafe Anime. We have a link tree for whoever listens to your podcast, whether it be Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, iHeartRadio. There's other various links where you can get them for free. You can also listen to it on YouTube or watch the replay on YouTube. We want to thank W10 Network, Dershi Radio, and Chairshot Radio for hosting us on their platforms. You can follow the YouTubes for Dershi Radio, W10 Network, W10 Network Twitch, and Twitter, W10 Network, at Chairshot Media, at Dershi Radio. You can follow the Chairshot at chairshot.com. Oh, use your head. Until then, also, we want to thank Sean, who is our editor. Our episodes will be coming out soon. I know he has a busy schedule, but when we upload them, we will post them on our platforms, whether it's the Instagram, the Facebook, the Twix. Until then, we'll see you next week. Oyasumi and good night.
Goodbye, Sekai.
Bye-bye.
The sun goes to sleep, I find myself in a heap because it hurts so much to be away from you. It makes my day when I get a text from you, but still I say goodbye again. Let's hope this isn't the last time that I see your face, but hey, it's fine. I know everybody needs a little space. There's no one to blame. Goodbye again. Let's hope this isn't the last time that I hear your voice, but it's your choice. I can't keep you here forever. Just promise me that you'll come back.